Live from North Royalton's Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, this is the SmeeSports Pregame Show as we are live up here in the press box. An hour before kickoff, now 45 minutes. Cam, a very special day for the Holy Name Green Wave as it is senior night.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a great time to show love to all these seniors, whether they're on the football team, in the marching band, the cheerleaders, just great time for all of them.
First thing I will say, usually I am good about printing out my pregame script. I have the rosters, I have the depth charts. Unfortunately, when I was at kick earlier today at Mount Union, it escaped my mind to print out the actual pregame show script, so here it is on my phone, and that is why I will be looking down or holding my phone up during this part of the broadcast. Usually we don't do that, but it's kind of nice to have this part of it as well, as I did put up the finishing touches a little bit ago. We have it, we're ready to go, and let's get into some good action from last week as we had a lot of good games happen. Not only the ones that we're going to talk about, but also in a special way, the ones that we were at last week, as both games were great. Both games showed us a lot about the two teams that won. But before we get into those, I think we should start with the visitors tonight. Gilmour Academy, a tough loss last Saturday, 21-19 against Benedictine. You look at the box score for that game, Benedictine, they really shouldn't have won that game. The main reason why, 3 turnovers compared to Gilmore's 1, and I believe the News Herald's article said 77% of the time when that happens, or in that case, when a team loses the turnover battle, they lose the game. Benedictine, they flipped it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a difficult pill to swallow here if you're Gilmore, but they're coming back today with some vengeance.
And you go to that game, 2 plays lost Gilmour the game. The first of which was an extra point miss, and that kept it at 21-13. The second of them came after a touchdown. Santagata did a great job to get in the end zone on the first play of the drive. 2-point conversion off the hands with 4:26 left to go in regulation. Benedictine, they controlled the final 4.5, and they were able to walk out of Don Shula Stadium with a 1-0 record, 21-19. This is always going to be a tough portion of the year for a team that has a new quarterback, and we saw that Sean Petrone, the new signal caller for Gilmour, not a bad outing. 8 for 19, that's not the best, but the thing is, he found his 2 guys, and one of them being Santagata. We saw him in baseball. He is one heck of an athlete.
I mean, absolutely, yeah, you were just talking about that, him in baseball, and now he's out here on the football field, like you said, just showing true athleticism. But again, 8 for 19, I believe it was, 76 yards, touchdown and interception. Not too shabby for your first start.
And then for Benedictine, the reason why they won the game outside of just their grittiness, it was the running game. You had Cord Blair and Caden Forte, 179 combined yards between those 2 backs, one of them being a sophomore. We see Benedictine after last year. It was actually here where they played their final game of the 2024 season, a heartbreaker against Padua. They bounced back with that big win. They now play Padua tonight for revenge, and we're not predicting the game, but if I did have to give my 2 cents, I think they get it.
Yeah, I do think, I mean, we saw Padua, when was that, Friday of last week? They definitely look like a very different team, and especially with how that result played out against Gilmour last week, I feel like Benedictine's got to have the upper edge going into that game.
And the big thing with Benedictine as well against Gilmour, they never trailed at any point. And that is a common theme as we now go into our second game that we were going to talk about from last week, Padua Alliance. Alliance never trailed in that game from the start, or if you look at the actual game film, from the 3rd drive forward, it was all Alliance, as the first 2 drives were flat for both teams.
Yeah, like you said, first few drives kind of slow. Not really, they were trying to get a feel for each other, and then all of a sudden, Alliance, they scored, and then they really couldn't be stopped. I mean, just excellent quarterback play from J.R. Jackson, I'm sorry.
And J.R. Jackson was on fire. Have the stats right here. 16 for 23, 244 yards, 1 touchdown. On top of that, 15 rushes, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns, 343 yards total, 3 touchdowns. He went from being a guy known for basketball to now becoming a guy that even at the University of Mount Union was talked about a lot this past week.
I mean, multiple plays, just great improvisation. I mean, 2 plays I think were bad snaps. They looked to be broken down, and all of a sudden, I think both of them at least one of them ended up being a touchdown. The other one, I believe, ended up being another huge gain. But I mean, just being able to think on his feet, stay calm under pressure, and kind of reset in the quote-unquote pocket, even though he's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and still make a good throw to the open receiver.
Going back to Gilmore, Patron, he has 2 targets that he really likes. Same with J.R. Jackson. Jaron Blair, more targets and catches from him. But Tajay Nicholson, he had more yards. For Tajay, 5 catches, $112, and 1 score. As for Jaron, 8 receptions, 80 yards. It was the same thing last year where Jaron got the ball a lot more than anybody else, but was not the main yard guy. That was Brady White last year, and now it appears that Tajay out of nowhere is going to be wide receiver 1, at least in regard to yards for the Aviators. Wrapping up that game, Ravon Hawkins, 20 carries, $121, 1 touchdown, and then an 11-yard reception. He is linked to Baldwin Wallace, Cam. I will make that known. That was one of his first offers, them and MSJ. He might be a smaller back, but the way he plays, he does not need to be 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last week, and you can go back and rewatch the game if you want, but definitely would love to see him suit up in the brown and gold.
Before we go to our first commercial break, I think we do have to talk about Holy Name last week. What a performance from the Greenway. 55-12 over Normandy. 6 turnovers forced in the air, and then 1 on the ground. So 7 total turnovers, 2 pick sixes, and Connor Jamison, albeit as more of a game manager, did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. I mean, usually when you cause 7 turnovers, I feel like you probably are going to win the game. Obviously, Holy Name really great job handling the Invaders. Just an excellent job on defense as well. I mean, holding Normandy to only 12 points throughout the entire game, even as they put in their second and third stringers, you know, to try and get them more reps and kind of rest their starters for this game this week. But like you said, Connor Jamison, great job behind taking the ball. I mean, like you said, 0 turnovers from him, at least passing the ball. It's exactly what you want to see out of your signal caller.
12 for 21. $134, 1 score. Outside of that, you look to the running game. Nick Nemeth, 6 attempts, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Xavier Rodriguez, only 43 yards and 1 touchdown. At least as of earlier, he is not in uniform. So we will see if he is up and active tonight. If not, expect Caden Parker to get a big bump in usage. He was great in that game as well. 8 carries, 35 yards, 2 scores. The long one from him was 25. He does have that 1 fumble, though, against him. But there's a reason why he is compared to Roderick Love so often. He plays the same way and is just a back that can be a bruiser, but at the same time, he can be a speed guy.
Yeah, we saw it multiple times last week, like you said. Kind of didn't see Xavier kind of past that first quarter, and we were a little bit confused, but, you know, great to see Parker in there, and like you said, get kind of some of those bruising runs and all of a sudden bounce that 25-yarder with his speed.
As we flip things back on down to the field, time locally 6:10. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors, then be back to talk about Gilmore and Holy Name entering play tonight. You are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Euro, or Gyro, no matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you. Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show as we are back up here in the press box / broadcast booth. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee doing pregame but also on the call for you this evening. Cam, let's talk about these two teams, two very interesting programs. Gilmore coming off of a great year that saw them make it to the regional final, but losing game number 1. What's the key to success here outside of the keys to the game that can bring them to a 1-1 record entering this Labor Day weekend?
Well, I feel like you gotta kind of have that revenge kind of game, but it's not really a revenge against Holy Name. You just want the revenge of almost having that win last week. Couple mistakes here and there. You gotta kind of clean those up in practice this week, but you gotta come in strong this week. Know that you can end up winning this game and try and run away with it.
You go once again with the quarterback theme. That is going to be something we talk about a lot tonight. Cooper Pantek compared to Sean Petrone. It's not a fair comparison. If you really look at the numbers, Cooper was tremendous for Gilmore. You talk about a great quarterback all the way around, committed to Robert Morris, if I'm not mistaken. But now with Petrone's team, 8 for 19 last year, he has his 2 guys. But I think a big thing for him is finding a 3rd and a 4th receiver that he can actively rely on as this game and as the season, for that matter, goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely always good to have connections and chemistry with as many guys as possible, because when your 1st and 2nd receivers are covered, usually it turns into a scramble drill, and you got to try and make something happen as quick as you can without trying to get those negative yards or make a mistake.
And before we go and talk about Holy Name, we do have to mention once again the 2 plays that really lost Gilmore the game. The missed PAT, that one killed, but Santagato just unable to bring in the ball. It was a high pass, but in and out of the hands. We watched back the broadcast courtesy of Benedictine, as they have a lot of tremendous camera angles. If you've never seen a Benedictine broadcast, I highly recommend going and watching them. 5-6 camera angles with Rocket Entertainment. It is insane what they can do. But you look at it from that standpoint, you see just the raw emotion of the ball falling. You see the hands on the head. You see all that. You see Benedictine, they do the no good. You see all that emotion. But how do you avoid those trap plays and those minor mistakes that become major in the end?
Well, I think you just got to think back to the fundamentals of the game. And, you know, they probably tried to clean those up as best as they could in practice this week. Obviously, the first missed PAT forced them to go for 2 that second time, so about a lot of time was spent on that with the kicker this week. But like you said, just those little small mistakes can kind of compound into those big ones, and obviously ended up losing them the game last week.
Now going to Holy Name, 2 key players I want to talk about who we expected to take another step this year. First of all, Connor Jameson. We talked about it as a key to victory last week. Get him comfortable in the offense. He looked like a 3-year starter out there, not just a guy who played 10 games last year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, get him a little bit comfortable, have a couple checkdowns, you know, little hitch here and there, and then you can kind of start airing them out more and more, kind of roll them out of the pocket with design plays for that. But yeah, definitely looked really good last week. I like the way we started out on offense. You know, a little bit of a heavy dose of run early, and then Jameson was able to kind of get in a little bit of a rhythm.
Then you have to talk about Nick Nemeth here, and oh my goodness. 2 pick sixes in one game, or 1 pick six, 2 interceptions, 3 total touchdowns. What didn't he do?
Kick? Actually, he punted, so that's not true. But I mean, yeah, not a lot that he did. I guess he didn't pass the ball. We really want to get technical, but I mean, he was all over the field in that game. Like you said, that 1 pick six, I believe, was returned for 60 yards, if I'm not mistaken, and then just like you said, swarming all over the field, whether it's on offense or on defense. I mean, what a heck of a player.
Before we go to break and bring in our predictions, we still have to talk about the big elephant in the room. Last week, it was Normandy, a bruised Normandy team. A lot of key guys leaving the program after last year. This Gilmore team is going to be a tougher opponent. Maybe the toughest opponent Holy Name will have to play this regular season outside of CVCA. It's the two blue teams. I feel like, Cam, you agree that CVCA is going to be the toughest team.
Yeah.
But can Holy Name take that next step? We've talked about it with Coach Goodman of Alliance. He said, if we don't have another level from today, then we are going to become a mediocre team. And we can see that really become a precedent for Holy Name an hour and 15 minutes away from Alliance's game tonight.
Well, I think if Holy Name is able to play with the intensity that they were able to play with last week, they came out really hot on defense and on offense. I think if they're able to come out and at least score on one of their first 2 drives and being able to hold Gilmore to no points, if not just field goals, I think they would definitely feel pretty good about that. But then as well, kind of going into those halftime locker rooms, you gotta be up, especially with depends on who gets the ball first, but you need to feel good coming out of halftime, and obviously you feel better coming out with a lead.
Speaking of feeling good coming out with a lead, that is where Gabe is right now. 13-2 in predictions, but a lot of guys left to go through this week as well. Right now, it's very much Gabe's race to lose, but can he hold up this week? That is the question we have. It is predictions up next. Once again, giving our local time as we flip down to the field. It is 6:18, so 10 minutes away from senior night. So as we go back down and see the namers wrapping up their warm-ups, we will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors. Once again, you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, gyro, or gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you. That works. We are officially 9 minutes away from senior night getting underway. But before we turn things down to the field, it is time to turn attention to ourselves. Cam, in a bad way for you, 9 times. Me, 6 times. The fan vote 5 times. And then Gabe a total of 2 times. It is time for predictions once again. Looking at our leaderboard, Gabe is in first place, 13-2. The fans in second place, 10-5. I am in third at 9-6. And then Cam, 6-9 record, very much like the Carolina Panthers.
Whatever. This will be either this week or next week. Will be the only time I'm in last place. So I'll make it up.
We were going to have Gabe appear on screen. Well, we're still going to. There's one slight issue here. We tried converting the file over to the computer, and the file was not compatible. So we're turning up the iPhone volume. Once again, good use of the phone here. And we're going to let Gabe take it from here, as I'm going to really hold up the phone like this as we turn things back over to the field in the meantime, so it doesn't look as weird. J-Rod, turn over to the field. Gabe, take over.
Week 2, Ohio High School football predictions. In game 1, we have Lake Catholic versus Avon Lake. I'm going to go Avon Lake on this one. They bounce back after a brutal loss to Strongsville in the prior week. Game 2, we have Normandy versus Ravenna. I think I'm going to go Ravenna on this one. Normandy had a tough week 1. I still think it's going to take some time to bounce back from that brutal loss to the Namers. Game 3, Riverside versus Green. I'm going to go Riverside in this one. Just that game being at home, I think, makes a big difference. Game 4, we have Magador versus Canton Central. I'm going to go Canton Central on this one. Game 5, we have Alliance versus Louisville. I think I'm going to go Alliance on this one. I think they continue their winning streak going into week 2, and it really sets them up for a great season. Game 6, we have Orville versus West Holmes. I'm going to go West Holmes in this one. Game 7, we have Mayfield versus Elyria Catholic. I'm going to go Mayfield in this one. Game 8, we have Stowe versus Barberton. I'm going to go Barberton on this with this pick. Game 9, we have University School versus Bay. I'm going to go Bay with this one. Game 10, we have Carrollton versus Edison. I'm going to go Edison in this one, but I think it'll be close. Game 11, we have Cardinal Mooney versus Villa St. Angelo Joseph. I'm going to go Cardinal Mooney in this one. Game 12, we got Independence versus Connaught. I'm going to go Connaught on this one. Game 13, we have Columbia versus Fairview Park. And I'm going to go Fairview Park with this pick, although I think that could also be a very close game. Game 14, Clearview versus Westlake. I'm going to go Westlake in this one. And then the final game, Game 15, Crestwood versus Cuyahoga Heights. I'm going to go with Cuyahoga Heights in this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe, for those predictions. One thing I will note, game number 15, unfortunately, I looked too far into the future. It is going to be Crestwood versus Minerva, so we're going to start in the back here. Crestwood, I have them over Minerva. That's what Gabe has. That's what he told me after the facts cam. I think you have Crestwood as well.
Correct.
And I know without looking, the fan vote also has it, as they were up big earlier on today. Now we go back to the top. Game number 1 all the way around. It is Avon Lake and Lake Catholic. Two teams coming off of a loss last week. Lake Catholic, Cardinal Mooney, Avon Lake to Strongsville. I have the Cougars to bounce back and get their first win of the year. Cam, who do you got?
I got Avon Lake. Really close game against Strongsville. I think they'll pull it out this week.
Everybody except me has Avon Lake as the fan vote wins 68% to 32 in favor of the Shoremen.
Whoa.
And we have a tie here on the fan vote, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see this one live. We're going to get really close to the screen for this one. How this works. The most recent vote is the one that wins it when it's tied. 50-50 Normandy and Ravenna. And to not show who it is, we'll try to get it up here. Maybe you can see it. That says Ravenna. So Ravenna does win the fan vote barely as they receive the final vote. I have Ravenna winning that game. Cam, who do you got?
I got Ravenna as well.
Game number 3, Riverside Painesville taking on Green. I have Green. Tyson Honka was great last week. But when you take on the defending Division IV state champs, there's only so much that you can do.
Yeah, I got Green.
As for the fan vote, they have Painesville. Riverside winning that one 55-45 in regards to percentages. Game number 4, Canton Central versus Mogador Field. 64% in favor of Canton Central at home. I would have gone Canton Central here, but Brock Berkwin being out tonight, best wishes to him as he recovers from that very scary injury last Thursday against Perry. I think that's enough to give Mogador the win. I
also went Mogador.
I'm sure for a similar reason as
Yeah.
well. Game number 5, maybe the game of the week, Alliance and Louisville. I have the Aviators improving to 2-0 in one of the biggest rivalries in Stark County.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really close game, but I just can't count them out after seeing them play last week. I'm going with Alliance.
And Alliance also does win the fan vote 60% to 40%. Game number 6, Orville versus West Holmes. Holy name, they have a interesting history with the Knights. Unfortunately for the Knights, they are predicted to lose by Drew Pastor, and the fan vote 60% Orville over 40% West Holmes. And I would have to agree, I do have Orville winning, in large part due to their big victory over Worcester last week.
Although I do have West Holmes winning, so.
We'll see how that one ends up working out. EC Mayfield, game number 7. The fans are going with the Panthers. I am not. I am going with Mayfield.
I am going to Coach Guzik's former high school. Great quarterback when he went there. Mayfield.
We do have to find the film of that at some point and put it on these broadcasts.
That'd be great.
I think we kind of have to
I know,
and break it down.
he has it.
I'm sure we'll have to. I have his couch, so why not take his high school film?
I'll reach out to him.
Game number 8, Stowe and Barberton. I have Stowe winning that game. The fan vote also does. Cam, who do you got?
I got Stowe.
Game number 9, US and Bay. US in a commanding victory takes the fan vote 76-24. I also have the Preppers winning.
Me as well.
A very uniform set of predictions so far. Then we go to game number 10. I have Carrollton over Edison. Shout out Chris Jacoby, one of the assistant coaches there. He also is an assistant student coach at the University of Mount Union. The fan vote, they go with the Warriors as well.
And it's going to continue. I also got Carrollton.
So unfortunately, Gabe is going to be out on the island
Gabe
of Edison.
is going solo.
But as we saw last week with Gabe going solo, that works out very good for him.
I guess.
And we're going to run through these quick. Cardinal Mooney over VASJ for the fan vote. Independence over Conneaut. Columbia over Fairview Park. And Westlake over Clearview. And then Crestwood over Minerva. And I think we're going to have to get back to these as senior night is starting. We'll toss it down to the field, and we'll get back to our predictions in a few moments.
Principal Catherine Powers, Athletic Director Rich Koza, and our entire coaching staff, we want to thank our seniors and their parents for their support at Holy Name High School. Now, let's meet our Holy Name football seniors. First, we have number 1, Brendan Preisel. Brendan is being escorted by his parents, Patty and Greg, and his sister, Avery. He has played football for 4 years, baseball for 3 years, and basketball for 2 years. Brendan holds a 4.0 GPA, has received high honors every quarter, and is a member of National Honor Society. He plans to attend either Cincinnati, Ohio State, or Dayton, and study accounting, business, or sports management. His favorite memory was defeating Padua in football last year. Brendan Preisel, everyone. Next, number 2, Jeremiah Sanders. Jeremiah is being escorted by his parents, Whitney and Tyrone. He has played football for 4 years and lacrosse for 3 years. Jeremiah plans to join the U.S. Air Force, specializing in the aerospace ground mechanics. His most memorable moment of Holy Name has been the friendships and bonds through being a part of our team. With every win and loss, he has learned something from it all. He is grateful for the journey. Jeremiah Sanders, everyone. Next, number 5, Blake Troy. Blake is being escorted by his parents, Sherry and Adam. Blake has played football for 3 years, cross country for 1, and wrestling for 3. Blake plans to join the armed forces after high school. He will always remember the great people he has met while at Holy Name. Blake Troy, everyone. Next, we have number 6, Gabe McKee. Gabe is being escorted by his grandmother, Marianne, his aunt and uncle, Jennifer and Dan Nemeth. Gabe has played football for 3 years, wrestled for 2, and tracked for 1. He has second honors and hopes to attend Ohio University and major in science and statistics. He is grateful for all of the great people he has met at Holy Name. Gabe McKee, everyone. Next, we have number 11, Nick Nemeth. Nick is being escorted by his parents, Jennifer and Dan. He has played football for 4 years, baseball for 3, and wrestled for 2. Nick would love to play football or baseball at the next level in college. His favorite sports moment was hitting his first home run his sophomore year and beating Padua on their field last year. Nick Nemeth, everyone. Next, number 7, Xavier Rodriguez. Xavier is being escorted by his father John and stepmother Desiree, and his mother Jennifer and stepfather Matt, as well as his siblings Layla, Daisy, Noah, Caleb, Olivia, and Jacob. He has played 4 years of football and lacrosse. His favorite sports moment is beating Padua in football last season and knocking Padua out of the playoffs in lacrosse. Xavier Rodriguez, everyone. Next, number 8, Patrick Soule. Patrick is being escorted by his parents, Jerry and Laura. He has played football for 4 years and has achieved second honors. Patrick plans to study business and sports management. His favorite memory is practicing with varsity and watching the team make the state Final Four. Patrick Soule, everyone. Next, number 12, Liam O'Malley. Liam is being escorted by his parents, Mariana and Tom, and his brother, Colin. He has played football for 3 years and track for 2. He has achieved second honors and wants to attend Baldwin Wallace or the Tri-C Fire Training Academy. You will remember the Marion Franklin game last year and how fun it was playing in the pouring rain and winning by a lot. Liam O'Malley, everyone. Next, number 50, Michael Radzewski. Michael is being escorted by his parents, Denise and Mike, and brother Matthew. He has played football for 4 years and lacrosse for 2. He has achieved second honors. You will always remember the friends he has made over the last 4 years. Michael Radzewski, everyone. Next, number 5, Jeffrey Bird. Jeffrey is being escorted by his parents, Betsy, and Jeffrey's siblings, Poseida, Jose, Esso, and Xavier. He has played football for 4 years and lacrosse for 3. Jeffrey is a student ambassador and wants to get his EMT training and attend the Fire Academy. His favorite memory is homecoming his junior year and the fun he had. Jeffrey Bird, everyone. Next, number 56, Jacob Valentine. Jacob is being escorted by his parents, Christy and Matt, and siblings, Abby and Ryan. He has played football for 4 years and 2 years of track and field. Jacob is a member of campus ministry, has achieved first honors, and is a second team 2-time all-conference player. He plans to attend college to play football and study engineering. He will always remember beating Padua last year and making the playoffs. Jacob Valentine, everyone. Next, number 58, Nathan Davis. Nathan is being escorted by his parents, Jen and Brian, and brother Tyler. He has played football for 4 years. He is an altar server, pallbearer, NHS member, a member of HM Broadcasting, an Eagle Scout, and in campus ministry, all while holding a 4.0 GPA. He wants to study engineering or go into welding or the electrical trades. He will always remember beating Padua on their homecoming. Nathan Davis, everyone. Next, number 65, Barrett Dorsey. Barrett is being escorted by his parents, Carrie and Merritt, and sister Zoe. He has played football for 4 years and lacrosse for 3. Barrett is an athletic scholar athlete, National Society member, co-founder of the Holy Name Gentlemen's Association, and has a 4.0 GPA. He plans to study aerospace engineering. Barrett will always remember the camaraderie of the team. Barrett Dorsey, everyone. Let's give one more round of applause for our Holy Name class of 2026 football players. Now, let's meet our 2026 cheer seniors. First, we have Anna Biaggi. Anna is being escorted by her parents, Melissa and Jerry, and brother Matthew. She has cheered for 3 years. Hannah is a member of the National Honor Society, Female Empowerment, Ambassadors, and Coffee Club, all while earning first honors all 4 years. She plans to study nursing in college. Hannah's favorite moment is beating Padua her junior year in football. Hannah Biaggi, everyone. Next, we have Bailey Garlow. Bailey is being escorted by her parents, Brian and Gina. She has cheered for 4 years and played softball for 4 years. She is a member of Coffee Club, Female Empowerment, and a student ambassador. Bailey wants to study forensic chemistry and play softball in college. She will always remember that no matter how hard life gets, she can always rely on the family she has made over the past 4 years at Holy Name. Bailey Garlow, everyone. Next, we have Tori Gilmour. Tori is being escorted by her parents, Justin and Kara. She's cheered for football and basketball for all 4 years. She is National Honor Society member, a Medical Career Club member, Mental Health Club, Empower Her, and a student ambassador. She holds a 4.3 GPA and has earned first honors all 4 years. She plans to study nursing next year. Her favorite memory is cheering with varsity at the state Final Four game her freshman season and going to the Shrine every game. Tori Gilmour, everyone. Next, we have Haley Licata. Haley is being escorted by her mother Nicole and siblings Aiden and Madison. She has cheered all 4 years for football and basketball. She is a member of Medical Club, Empower Her, danced for 14 years, and holds a 4.3 GPA and first honors every quarter. She wants to study nursing next year at college. Her favorite moment is finding her best friends on the sidelines and being able to lead her team as captain for the last 2 years. Haley Licata, everyone. Next, Olivia Pierce. Olivia Pierce is being escorted by her parents Lisa and Paul and sister Maddie. She has cheered all 4 years and is on the honor roll every year, as well as a student ambassador. She would like to major in the medical field or study law. Her favorite memory is cheering with her little sister at the Kitty Cheer Camp games. Olivia Pierce, everyone. Next, we have Ava Bergar. Ava is being escorted by her parents Sharon and Tony and brother Lucas. She has cheered for all 4 years. She is a member of National Honor Society, Medical Club, Empower Her, an ambassador, a blood drive volunteer, and has done competitive dance since she was 5 years old. She has received first honors for the past 3 years. She wants to double major in biology and Spanish while pursuing a career as a physician assistant. Her favorite moment is getting to sing the national anthem at the end of each game facing the football team. Ava Bergar, everyone. And next, we have April Walsh. April is being escorted by her parents Brandy and Ryan and has cheered for all 4 years at Holy Name. She's achieved second honors and is looking to attend Kent State for fashion and also looking into going into the dental field. Her favorite sports moment is every time we beat Padua. April Walsh, everyone. Let's give it up one more time for our cheer seniors. I don't think so. Team seniors, we kick off with Dominic Alfano. Dominic is being escorted by his parents Norman and Tracy. He has been a marching band for 4 years and hockey for 2. He is in symphonic and jazz band, choir, and drama club. He plans to attend Belmont University and study music production. His favorite memory was going to the Final Four and sharing those good times with friends. Dominic Alfano, everyone. Next, we have Emerin Moss-Gardner. marching band for 3 years and is also on the stage crew and co-stage manager for drama department, a member of the ski club, and has held first honors as well as a member of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend West Virginia and major in environmental soil and water sciences with a minor in ceramics. She will always remember hanging out with her friends before football games. Emma and Garner, everyone. Next, Miles Kohler. Miles is being escorted by his parents, Martin and Brianne. He has marched for 4 years, as well as competed in esports for 4 years. In his time at HN, he has been active in drama club, music ministry, ping pong club, and is a member of the National Honor Society. His future plans include going to college to double major in music composition and game design. He will always remember playing poker with his friends during lunch. Miles Holder, everyone. Next, drill team captain, Madeline Highland. Maddie is being escorted by her parents Jennifer and Patrick Highland, as well as her brother Gavin. She has participated in drill team 4 years, including this year as team captain. She has participated in drama club for 4 years, carries a 4.3 GPA, has made first honors, and is president of the National Honor Society. Her future plans include attending either Miami University, Penn State University, or The Ohio State University and majoring in zoology. Her favorite memory at Holy Name is beating Padua in the playoffs and going to the Final Four her freshman year. Maddie Highland, everyone. Next, we have Emma Rosterfer. Emma is being escorted by her parents, Dave and Stephanie. She has been in the drumline and the marching band for 4 years. In her time at Holy Name, she has achieved a 3.8 GPA with first honors. She plans to attend the University of Cincinnati next year. Her favorite sports memory at Holy Name is going to the Final Four her freshman year and the bus rides to and from football games. Emma Rosterfer, everyone. Next, we have Julia Selby. Julia is being escorted by her parents, Megan and Matt. She has been active in the marching band for 4 years. In her 4 years at Holy Name, she has also been active in music ministry and has been a student ambassador. Although she is undecided on college, she would like to major in media. Her favorite memory at HN is playing the alma mater after beating Padua and listening to Fall Out Boy as they pull into the school after games. Please give Julia Selby a round of applause. Next, we have Morgan Babarka. Morgan is being escorted by her parents Jennifer and Brian, as well as her brother Xander. She has been active in marching band for 4 years. Morgan has achieved first honors while at Holy Name, as well as participated in Just Right for 4 years. Her future plans include going to college for nursing. Her favorite sports memories include beating Padua. Morgan Babarka, everyone. And next, we have Mia Vitale. Mia is being escorted by Tia and Christopher Vitale. She has been in the marching band for 3 years at Holy Name. Mia is a member of the medical club and has participated in drama club for 4 years. She is the stage crew manager. She has also achieved 4 first honors while at Holy Name. Mia plans to attend Walden Wallace University, majoring in pre-med to become a physician's assistant. She'll remember most of all the friends she has made in the band's drumline. Let's give a round of applause for Mia Vitale, everyone. And let's hear it one more time for all of our Holy Name band and drill team members, as well as all members of the class of 2026. On behalf of the entire Holy Fame family, we wish all of our seniors good luck as they move forward. Go Neighbors!
Once again, congratulations to all of the Holy Name seniors as we recognize them tonight on their senior night. Welcome back to the SmeeSports Pregame Show. He's Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee. Couple predictions left to go, so let's pick up where we left off. Game number 11, Cardinal Mooney versus VASJ. I have Cardinal Mooney.
I also have Cardinal Mooney.
And the fan vote would agree 60-53 Mooney over VASJ. Game number 12, the most lopsided on the fan vote, but I do disagree with the fan vote. Independence, they have beating Conneaut. I have Conneaut beating the Blue Devils.
I also have Conneaut.
Game number 13, Columbia and Fairview. I have Columbia. Who do you got?
Columbia.
And the fan vote going over to social media, 60% to 40%, Columbia gets the win. Penultimate game, Westlake versus Clearview. Fan vote says Westlake. I say Clearview gets the win. Who do you have?
I say Westlake.
And then game number 15, Minerva and Crestwood. I have Crestwood taking down the Lions, unfortunately. Hopefully Minerva will be able to bounce back next week against Springfield, as that is our game of the week. Cam, who do you got tonight?
I got Crestwood.
And the fan vote would have to agree 60% to 40%. Before we go and bring it back down to the field, 3 keys to victory for both teams. For Holy Name, I have keep JMO in rhythm, get the seniors involved. This is senior night after all. And finally, don't expect a repeat of last week. You're not going to score 55 points in every single game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, very, very tough to do, especially when you don't have 7 turnovers.
As for Gilmore, keep the running game hot. That is how they got a lot of their yards, I believe around 225 yards on the ground in that game. Number 2, forced turnovers. They had 3 in the last game, and that is how they get a lot of their points on the board. And finally, be clutch. We talk about those 2 miscues, the missed extra point and the 2-point conversion failure. Be clutch. That will also be a big key to look for them in this game. It's not an easily defined term, but if they can be a good team late, then they have a good shot to win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think another thing you add on to that is try and get JMO out of rhythm. Keep him pressured. Keep the blitz going. Don't make him comfortable in the backfield. Don't make him comfortable in the pocket, because once he does and starts going, it's tough to slow him down.
A lot to look forward to tonight. Kickoff around 10 minutes away here at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Cam, final closing thought for both teams. Who has the edge right now, if you had to guess?
I would probably say Gilmore, at least coming into this game. Obviously, the tough loss last week, you got to feel pretty good about your chances coming in this week. But don't count on Holy Name. Obviously, very, very hot coming off the win last Thursday, and they're going to try and carry momentum into this game.
Gilmore favored by 21 tonight, but Holy Name, a team that does not play by the rules of the odds. They make their own luck, and they make their own fortunes. I think this might be one of the best games of the week. No bias at all. I seriously think this could be a nail-biter that potentially spills into overtime. And if it does, that'd be one of the first times in recent memory that Holy Name would play in overtime. But that will do it for the SmeeSports Pregame Show live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We'll toss it down to the field as we get ready with both teams taking the field and our national anthem. Make sure you stay tuned. Holy Name and Gilmore up next on SmeeSports.
Charlie Blanc and Principal Kathleen Powers. Hope you enjoy this interscholastic contest which is about to be played. The 2 schools playing this evening are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules of eligibility and contest regulations. As members of the North Coast Conference, they foster the educational values that athletics teach on and off the field of play. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the OHSAA. And tonight's officials are referee Kevin Sulecki, umpire Ron Bates, head linesman Fred Ravella, line judge Tim Ward, And tonight's back judge is Mike Mauricchio. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part in this interscholastic contest. Please remember, sportsmanship is contagious, and this attitude should be reflected by all spectators this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our pregame prayer and the playing of our national anthem. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen. And please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Here comes the Holy Name Green Wave, fresh off of a 55-12 victory over the Normandy Invaders. Week 2 of OHSAA football is here. It is the Namers and the Gilmour Academy Lancers up next on Smee Sports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Namer Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
A cool 61-degree night sets the stage for Week 2 of OHSAA football here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It is the 1-0 Holy Name Green Wave taking on the 0-1 Gilmour Academy Lancers. Good evening, everybody. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. A lot to unpack about tonight's game, Cam, but the big question on everybody's mind is who can improve from last week more? Can Holy Name against a better team improve to 2-0, or will Gilmour get back to 500 against a team that plays kind of similar to Benedictine, a heavy emphasis on their run game?
Yeah, like we said in pregame, I feel like I gave the slight edge to Gilmour, but like you were talking about as we ended there, I mean, Holy Name is a very, very good team, very gritty team, and like you said, they're kind of riding on that high from last week, seeing if they can bring it into today's game.
And bringing it into today's game is going to be key. Unlike last week, they have the kickoff opposed to the job of taking in the kickoff. The reason why we say it like that, Cam, they did get the opening toss and was able to receive. They muffed it. It went right to Normandy, and that is how the game started. So getting things going on special teams is a key early on.
And that's Nick Nemeth kicking off.
So very interesting. Owen Pry not doing the place kicking tonight, potentially. We will see if we can spot number 9 down below, and we can. He is not active tonight. He joins Xavier Rodriguez in that category. X suffered an injury last week, so it is going to be the sophomore Caden Parker as the main bell cow back for the Green Wave tonight. Time is just a few moments before 7 p.m., and we are off to the races in North Royalton. And it is going to be a shallow kick dying just in bounds, but finally it goes out, and we will have an early flag giving Gilmour a good start to their field position journey.
That almost stayed in. It was very, very close on the edge, but looked like it just went out of bounds around that 17, 18-ish yard line over on the far side.
We saw Nick Nemeth have a fair amount of good punts last time out, but now the focus turns to Sean Petrone, the starting quarterback of Gilmour Academy tonight. He is replacing Cooper Pantek, a great legend for the Lancers. Last time out, 8 for 19, 76 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. How does he improve from that tonight? And on top of that, how does he find more than just 2 receivers?
I think it's kind of the same thing with Connor Jamison. You got to kind of start him off with maybe a little checkdowns, a couple screens here early, but I do expect to see a lot of running from this Lancers offense. Probably going to see some design quarterback runs as well.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Petrone run with the ball at all. But you go back to last year, 2,700, nearly 2,800 yards for Cooper Pantek. Very hard to replace in just one guy. First down and 10, it'll be a handoff, and it is a minimal gain for Nathan Lennon, the bell cow back of the Gilmour Academy Lancers. Santagata is the other running back, but we saw him more in the passing game last time out opposed to on the ground.
Yeah, but definitely going to expect to see them all over the field, especially on this offensive side, but as well as on defense.
But it was Santagata and Dunleavy who did all of the pass catching for Gilmour Academy last week at Don Shula Stadium on the campus of John Carroll. So second down here for the Lancers. Once again, it is Lennon, and he will get a few. So that'll set up 3rd down and 4 for Gilmour.
Good tackle there by Nick Nemeth. Sniffed it out, coming around the edge on the jet touch pass, and contained him inside and able to get that tackle. Big 3rd down here for Holy Name.
2 picks last week for Nick Nemeth. 1 was returned to the house. 6 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. 7 total forced turnovers from the Green Wave last week. This is going to be a tough act to follow. 3rd down and 4. Screen pass caught in the flats by Lennon. Cuts upfield, gets the first down. He will slip through, and he is able to push himself just into Holy Name territory. Lennon using every bit of his bruising ability. Not only does that move the chains, but it also flips the field.
I believe they might even call that a rush technically, as it was a backwards pass. So,
but you see the way the play was initially designed. He was caught out in the flats, but Lennon just dug his heel into the ground, pushed forward, and Gilmore is in plus territory early on in this drive. Just a minute and a half into the game. Santagata flared out to the left side. Patron will throw deep passes, incomplete, just too high of the intended targets. That was to Bruno Cook, the tight end. Bruno was not involved in the offense last time, at least on the stat sheet.
Yeah, but definitely a very good pass, open receiver. Just like you said, just held it a couple yards over top.
And we saw that a lot last week with Connor Jameson. A couple of air balls just thrown way too high, lofted in, nobody home. It happens sometimes, but for Gilmore, still plenty of time to work with in this drive, and we saw them on third down. They are a very resilient group. It is a pseudo-empty backfield for the Lancers. Some guys in the backfield now moving. It is Santagata on a fake jet sweep. Patron will keep, able to establish the edge, getting past Nemeth, cuts up to the 40, and he is able to dive his way to the 39. And that is going to be close. The near judge does say move the chains. So does the far judge. It is a Gilmore first down.
Yeah, very good read by the quarterback there. I mean, just caught Nemeth sleeping just a little bit. Had that 1 or 2 steps on him, able to get to that edge and get that first down for the Lancers.
But I'm a big fan of what Patron is doing so far. He is taking the short plays, and he is getting a lot of extra yards because of it. It doesn't matter how you start the play. It could be a simple run design that gets you a lot of yards. We go back to what could have been the tying touchdown against Benedictine last week. It was a tremendous run by Santagata through the B gap. The Red Seas parted for him, and he was off to the races on the first play of that drive. And that drive was set up by a forced turnover. So we will see how Gilmore does without that forced turnover for momentum. Handoff, not much going. Good work by the Green Wave, able to get to the ball carrier with ease. That is Dom Dunleavy, the backup running back. But you look at Gilmore's set, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end usually.
Yeah, definitely in those heavy run sets, trying to run not really trick plays, but have a lot of motion, confuse you on who's trying to get the ball. Definitely defense has got to be aware of your holy name.
And with Lennon running for 101 yards last week, you see that clear emphasis on the running game. So second down and 8, ball spotted at around the 37-yard line of Holy Name. Patron rolling right, passes tipped, and it is intercepted. Nicely done by the Green Wave defense. And for the second week in a row, out of nowhere, it is Luke Hudak.
Wow.
That was not on the name or bingo card entering the season, but Luke Hudak now has 2 picks, his first one tonight, and Gilmore on a promising drive stalls in the end.
What a defensive play. I'm trying to look on who had that tip. Oh, guess who it was? Number 11, Nick Nemeth. Great ball skills. He's running back to his left, kind of reaches out to his right, just tips the ball into the hands of another baseball player. It's Luke Hudak.
I'm sure Coach Macetta watches on with pride for those two. There is an injured namer on the field, so we will step aside. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Luke Hudak with the INT just before the break sets up Holy Name in the middle of the field-ish, more into a deeper spot in their own territory as they will set up at the 37-yard line. But going back to the interception, Nick Nemeth on the tip, he talked about getting in the film room. You look at that play from Patron, compare it to the 2-point conversion late in the game that was not successful. I think it's the same exact play. I think Nemeth watched it and knew exactly what it was from the get-go. If so, hats off to that young man.
Absolutely.
But here comes Connor Jameson and the offense for the first time tonight. It is Caden Parker getting the handoff, and he has nowhere to go. It is a quick teardown by the Lancer defense. Just nicely done by Gilmore, reading the play perfectly. That tackle coming from Bruno Cook, the tight end and D end.
Yeah, tough first run there for Caden Barker, but same thing that the Lancers tried to do, try and create some misdirection on offense, confuse the defense on who's trying to get the ball. Just the Lancers weren't fooled right there.
But going back to last week with Caden Parker, not at all a bad performance from him. And especially a lot of that came with X not in the game. High pass, it is tipped, and it is picked off by Gilmore. They trade picks. Nicely done by the Lancers. It is Soder snatching it.
Wow, and that ball like barely held up. It was thrown behind the intended receiver. It was supposed to be Nick Nemeth on the screen. But we'll watch that back, yeah.
But impressive work. It hung up so many different tips. Just the same exact play, but a lot of extra theatrics added on. 2 early interceptions from an offensive game to a defensive game, question mark?
Possibly.
But I will say now, Holy Name, 7 interceptions, 8 forced turnovers on the year. But Sean Petrone and Gilmore might have the last laugh here as they have the ball in great field position, 2 yards away from where they gave it up. And those 2 yards are in front. Santagata in motion, handoff. It is Lennon cutting up the near hash, and he will be pile drived back to around the 34, but they will mark him down via forward progress at the 32. And that is Brendan Preisel, one of the many seniors in this Holy Name setup, getting that tackle. And as this is senior night, we are going to talk a lot, especially about these seniors. This is their night, win or loss. Our job really tonight, Cam, is to highlight them and all of their great achievements so far for Holy Name. And the key word there, Cam, so far, they still have time. Once again, Lennon on the handoff. And my namesake doesn't get too much more, gets past the 30, and is taken down at around the 28-yard line. So now decision time for the Lancers. It is going to be 3rd down and 3. How do you go about this play? Do we see another screen? Do we see Santagata get in on this drive? Or does Petrone take it himself?
I think we see another run here regardless. I mean, especially coming off of that interception, I probably Petrone or Lennon possibly on the right option.
Wouldn't be surprised. 7:37 and counting left to go in the opening frame. No score. It is going to be Lennon standing behind Petrone, and a lot of bunching over to the left side. Lennon takes, he is stopped up the middle, and he will be a yard short.
They'll go for this, though. Probably same thing, or if not a Petrone QB sneak.
And you look at a game like this, especially in the secondary, to have a guy like Xavier Rodriguez inactive, that does hurt. Speaking of inactive, there is another injured namer on the field. So once again, we will step aside. 7:11 left to go in the opening frame. No score on Smee Sports. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium as you are watching OHSAA football on Smee Sports presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. The injured namer able to get off of the field, but now Gilmore, they come back onto it 1 yard away. This is going to be one of the most important plays, albeit early on in this matchup.
Absolutely, definitely could be a tipping point in the game, regardless of how it goes.
To the left of Petrone, it is going to be Dunleavy. Petrone will take it on a stretch play. He gets hit, and he is stopped. The neighbor defense swarms, and it is a turnover on downs.
Wow.
I will tell you what, Coach Patton has done a tremendous job with this defense. They have been reinvented in this offseason.
Absolutely. I mean, great job from the linebackers coming up and filling that hole. I want to see who made this initial hit as we watch it back.
And you can see next to us, Cam, the coaches for Holy Name, they are calm, they are cool. It's like they expected that to be the outcome. That is how much faith they have in these guys.
I believe the one to make the initial hit was number 1, Brendan Preisel.
Once again on senior night. So here comes Connor Jamison. Luck wasn't on his side his first time out as he did have an interception that was caught by Soder. But right now, Holy Name's trying to get out of the negatives in regards to yards. First down and 10. Once again, Parker will take it on the handoff, tries to bounce it outside, but he will be ripped down quickly. Sebastian Cook on the play. Just another good, strong textbook tackle by Gilmore. They are not afraid to tear the defender with themselves to the ground.
Yeah, 2 yards, not in the positives yet there for Parker, but I'm sure he'll be able to get there, whether it's on this play or sometime on this drive.
But I will say Gilmore doing a great job preventing anything in the boundaries.
Especially with his speed. Second he bounces that outside, very, very big gain potential.
And you go from speed to height, potentially getting Esso Gonzalez involved in the offense. That could be a recipe for success. Nemeth in motion, he will take it on the jet sweep, has some blockers upfield. He will slip forward, gets a few extra than expected, and that will make it third and manageable. Looked like he was going out at around the 30. Instead, he is able to push forward for an extra 3. And now it's third down and 3.
Yeah, kind of used that balance, like you said, as he kind of tiptoed that line. Definitely could expect to see them do something similar here, possibly a rollout, a design rollout to try and get Connor Jameson into the flats for an easy first down.
And they do have a lot of guys to the strength of the field off to the far side. Third down and 3. Nemeth once again in motion left to right and back to the left. Fake handoff, no, instead it does go to Parker. Parker ripping forward, and he will be stopped around the line to gain.
A yard short. Oh, the close judge is saying first down, and now they will both agree that is a first down. Originally, I was going to say I thought he was probably maybe a yard short. However, the officials are going to give him the first down.
I think we have to watch this one back, as that was really, really close.
I mean, the line to gain is the 36. Very close. I think because our angle here, it's definitely a little bit tougher to see, but the officials did give them the first down, so new life for Holy Name.
Trips left for Jameson and the offense. Pass is picked off. Second pick of the game. This time for Gilmore, it is Nathan Lennon doing it all on both sides of the ball.
I mean, he read him like a book.
That was a thing of beauty. Lennon doing everything on offense, at least running-wise. Now defensively chips in with a pick. Third interception combined in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Wow.
That just makes it really tough here. You look at that play, but Lennon perfectly read that lane, jumped right in front, and was able to get an excellent and important interception.
Yeah, you watch it back. Jameson immediately looks to his left, looks for that hitch to, I believe that was number 1, Brendan Pryzall. Like you said, Lennon kind of dropped back a little bit too far, but he had a full head of steam going forward to make that pick.
Handoff this time, Dunleavy, and he is going to get a couple. Mark him down at the 37 of Holy Name. I feel like the ball has been at that 37-yard line for 4 or 5 plays by now.
Seems like it.
That is where Gilmore just continues to hover. But a very similar start, but just some more theatrics to our last football game. Both sides coming up empty on their first 2 drives. Now it's drive number 3. Something has to change.
Very quick drives, though.
As this game is flowing nicely, but as we saw last Friday, the tempo can easily change at a moment's notice. Pitch thrown, fakes a handoff, caught in the flats by Santagata. He has some room upfield, cuts up past the 25, and he will be taken down at the 24. A nice pickup on the play of 13, and that'll be a Gilmore first down.
Yeah, great catch over there in the flats by Santagata, and then uses his speed to work his way up the field, and now it looks like Holy Name's defense is going to take a timeout here.
And so will we, and we will hear a word from our broadcast presenter as you are watching OHSAA football on Smee Sports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Two score updates as we get back to the action. Zach Barnhart, a touchdown for North Ridgeville. They lead 7-0 over Valley Forge. Over at Padua, it is Benedictine up 7-0 early on. And on top of that, Mount Union Volleyball 1-0 on the year as they sweep Alfred to begin the Mount Union Invitational. We will be covering them tomorrow, so be on the lookout for a few articles on the website, SmeeSports.com, and I will be calling the games on Flow Sports. Handoff to begin the new set. On first down and 10, not much going for the Lancers. Dunleavy once again on the carry.
Good tackle there from Jeff Bird. Was sniffing it out the entire way in case it was the read option that he saw before, but able to still get in there and make that tackle after a short gain.
And you can tell that both squads spent a lot of time in the film room after their last game. They know exactly what is coming, it seems. And that is a good thing, but also a bad thing if something new is introduced. Lemon going wide, and he is taken down once again. This time, Jeff Bird alone.
Wow, great job sniffing out the play, just like you said, being in that film room, sniffing out those plays.
And now it is going to be third down and long for Gilmore. Third down and 13. I still feel like this could be field goal range for the Lancers, but if they get 8 to 9 yards, that does make it interesting.
And especially with how their defense has been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it, if they are able to get closer.
But we will see here. This is the important play to look at, as a sack could also bring them out of field goal range. But third down and 13, 3 minutes and counting to play in the opening quarter. Petrone dropping back, has some time, goes for the deep ball, and it is incomplete. Overshot his target in Balance. And that'll bring up fourth down and 13, and an interesting decision for the Gilmour Academy Lancers.
I believe that is their kicker, number 80, coming onto the field. So we will see them attempt a kick here.
And that is Saline, the kicker. But going back to Gilmour this offseason, Joey Bass, the new head coach, only 27 years old, 4 years at John Carroll, 2 of which were as a grad assistant.
They're lining it up around the 34-yard line, pretty much straight down the center, so it'll be about a 44-yard attempt here.
Big opportunity for Gilmour to take an early lead. The kick is up, and it is going to be no good.
I believe that went way wide left. Very low line drive kick. Unable to kick it in there.
And the slugfest will continue. 2:45 on the clock in quarter number 1. We will take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Connor Jameson and company back out on the field for the third time in this first quarter. Parker takes the handoff to begin the new drive, and he is going to be taken back. Once again, Gilmour Academy's defense, they have been stifling so far.
Absolutely. They are going to give him forward progress. And unfortunately, it looks like there is an injured neighbor back down on the field again.
And that has been the theme of today so far. It does look like it is Parker. And if that's the case, they are down 2 running backs. Once again, Xavier Rodriguez, he is not active tonight. So, Cam, thoughts on the game so far? We make the joke about a lot of defense with high-scoring games. I feel like this game you can make the joke, a lot of offense.
I mean, you could say that, but, yeah, both defenses have looked pretty good so far. I mean, Gilmour has had more success, but still 0-0 in this ballgame when push comes to shove. Holy Name has been able to get off the field or use their defense to get back on the field, I guess, especially last drive ended up in that missed 44-yard field goal. But again, you talk about it, possibly already down one running back, now possibly down 2. What do you do now?
Now, this isn't the only 0-0 game in the area. Through 1, it is Highland 0, Hudson 0. A very interesting game going on there. Hudson coming off of a good win over Austintown Fitch. They could potentially play spoiler to Meiser and the Highland Hornets. That is a big game to look at. As for EC and Mayfield, it is J.D. Sega, a player that we saw a lot this summer with release. He had a 84-yard kick return for a touchdown. 6-0 Mayfield up early. You go through Twitter to try and find some more score updates. an interesting one. Amherst Steel up 7-0 on the Buckeye Bucks.
Whoa.
So an interesting affair going on so far. As for our friends in the Stark County area, it is going to be North Canton Hoover up 7-0 on Medina. And one more time, we will take a look at the full extensive list of scores in Stark County, courtesy of Q92. So we will see what is going on down south, where I will return to tonight. And right now, it's a whole lot of zeros on the board, except for one score, which I don't think is surprising. Perry 10, St. Vincent St. Mary 0. Mogador as well up 6-0 on Central Catholic. And as this injury timeout has gone on for a long while and still is, we will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Caden Parker able to get off of the field. As you said, Cam, it looks like something with his stomach. He is walking. He is going over to the trainer, so we will see how he is in a few moments. Nemeth will take the handoff, going to the near side, but he is clobbered. Yet again, Gilmore stifles the Namur offense.
I mean, this Gilmore defense has just been relentless on everything rushing. Only one first down by Holy Name so far, and it was a very, very close spot. But now, third and very long. Interesting to see what Holy Name is going to do here.
That was Bruno Cook on the tackle for the Lancers. Less than 2 minutes to go in the opening frame. Very low scoring, as kind of expected from last week. You expected Holy Name to go back down to earth, and Gilmore to remain about where they were. 0-0, not too far out of a surprise. Nemeth almost taken down. He is able to break a couple of tackles. Not nearly enough to get the first down, but he is able to get back into the positive, as he will be dragged down at around the 23-yard line. And here is the punting unit coming on the field for the first time tonight for Holy Name.
Positive you could take away from that drive. It did not end in interception.
And it is going to be Pat Sewell back deep to punt for the Green Wave. Clock continues to run. 1:15 left to go in the opening quarter. And you just look at the way things have gone. A very interesting start. The offense is both silent. Santagata takes it in at around the 43-yard line, slips through into Holy Name territory, but not much more than that, as he will be taken down at around the 48-yard line, and Gilmore will have to reset things offensively. If you are Patron, how do you go about this next drive? You have had some struggles so far, but this could be the couple of plays that get you into this game and sets up your rhythm for the rest of the night.
I mean, I got to think they stick with the run here, especially with how Lennon has been able to do it tonight, and especially trying to mix in some of those read options, trying to create a little trickery for the defense.
So now it'll be first down and 10, ball spotted at the 48-yard line of Gilmore, or rather of Holy Name. As Gilmore is in plus territory. Handoff to Lennon as he bounces outright, cuts back up the middle inside the hashes, and he will be downed at the 46. Modest gain of 2 on the play. And you would have to think 2 plays at most left to go in this quarter.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe 1, maybe 2, like you said, at most. It's almost about under 30 seconds, especially by the time this ball gets snapped.
Either way, more questions than answers in this first quarter. And I'm sure that will be the parting line entering quarter number 2 and potentially beyond. Clock down to 20 seconds. Patron fakes the handoff, rolls right, pass is caught, and this is a big gain for Cook as he will be spun out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. They will give him to the 29. It is a nice pickup on the play, and Gilmore will move the chains. And now this makes things interesting. 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. We could see one more big play. Patron screen caught by Santagata, and he will not get much more than that. Give him once again a modest gain of 2, and that will do it for the opening 12 minutes at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Through 1, Holy Name 0, Gilmour Academy 0. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgeville Barbershop. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It has been a slow start to week number 2 at Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium in North Royalton. Holy Name 0, Gilmour Academy 0 as we enter the second quarter. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Gilmour right now at the 27-yard line of Holy Name. 2nd down and 8. They do have one missed field goal so far, so we will see what kind of range they can get in. Lennon cuts it up the near hashes. That'll be our first flag of the game outside of the opening kickoff, and we will see what the laundry is. Could be a hold going back against Gilmour. But Cam, your thoughts on that first quarter? A very low-scoring affair was expected, as we mentioned, and we are having it right now.
And it's going to continue, and it is going to be a hold on Gilmour, so they will be moving on back.
And that is a good thing for the Green Wave. Just given how this drive is going, Gilmour a little extra oomph in their step. And that is a good thing for them. So now that'll make it 2nd down and 13. Handoff once again to Lennon, bouncing to the other side. That'll be a hold. Nemeth got hit from behind, and it'll be brought back even further. One of the more clear calls of holding that you will ever see.
Yeah, I mean, right in front of the referee. He calls it immediately, and back-to-back penalties. He's going to set him up for a second and even longer.
Our cameraman tonight, Julian Rodriguez, a former Holy Name Green Wave offensive lineman. I'm sure if you asked him, is that a clear-cut holding, he would say absolutely, and that would get me sent back to the sideline. But he is doing us a favor as he is on the roof right now, giving us our beautiful bird's-eye view of this lovely stadium. Cam, sadly for us, as this is where all of our high school football games that we covered for Holy Name at home were, second to last time that this is going to be home for Holy Name as they make the move officially to Brooklyn in October.
Yeah, definitely feels a little weird coming back here, but very, very good.
And on the opposite side, no less. So 2nd down and 24. I think we are officially in Walmart parking lot range.
Correct, we are.
Patron has it back to his right hand behind. He will look to throw, plenty of time. He will take the long shot. Pass is incomplete. It will drop, and there is no flag. Excellent coverage by Noah Cunningham.
Yeah, great coverage over there. Looked like the receiver had the ball in his hands, but Noah put his hands in there, made sure to break it up, and now 3rd and very, very long. Wouldn't be surprised if they go with a more conservative run here, or they might try and do the same thing. I mean, only 2 receiver routes. That time they both tried to run the stop and go and try and fake the defense out, but Holy Name wasn't having any of it.
But in talking to this coaching staff, they talk so highly about Noah this offseason, a guy who is putting in the work, and there it is on display. 11:08 left to go in the first half, and 3rd down and 24 in front of Gilmour. Patron looking to throw, has some time, takes a shot over the middle, pass is caught, and there is the opening touchdown of the game, and it goes to Gilmour. It is Emil Shomo getting it in, and Gilmour strikes first in week 2.
Wow, what a great ball over the middle. Just a deep post route there. Threads the needle between two Holy Name defenders.
And it looked like that time Cunningham too far behind, and you see it right there, beautifully placed by Petrone. That'll be his second passing touchdown of the season. Gilmore up 6-0 now on the Green Wave. And looking at that play cam, that was on 3rd down and 24. So truly impressive. Here comes the PAT afterwards. Good jump on the far side. Nemeth, he gets taken down, and there is the flag, so they will probably have to do it again. Nemeth, he perfectly counted it too.
Holding on the kicking team.
So now that'll make things interesting.
They're going to have to go grab the kicker because he's running down to the other far end.
But just the way things are going.
Unless they just do it on the kickoff.
I guess so, but going back to the point, so far tonight it has been simple. When Nick Nemeth is loose, Gilmore has no response for him. None at all.
Yeah.
And there it is officially. So the PAT is good. So Gilmore will have the early 7-0 lead courtesy of Shomo. Yet another new face to the offense. We talked about that in pregame camp. We needed Petrone to find more targets, more guys to get open. He's found Cook a fair amount, and there is Shomo. But wow, I think that's just kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 24, you kind of expect them to go deep, and they go and do it anyways, and then complete it for the big gain and for the touchdown. I believe that was 43 yards in total. I mean, just a huge play, kind of takes the momentum, any of Holy Name's momentum out of their sails. But now Holy Name's offense has got to start going here, and it starts right here on this kickoff.
And the fans, too, taken out of the game a little bit as well. That is the big thing. The 12th man of Holy Name, one of the best student sections and one of the best just atmospheres to take in a game of football. But tonight, deflated on one throw.
Especially on senior night as well.
Last year's senior night did not go to plan. That was the 13-3 defeat against Elyria Catholic. And that was a gut punch for the Namers coming off of the Padua win, if I'm not mistaken. But EC, since getting a new head coach, 2-0 against the Namers. That'll be a Week 8 matchup on October 10th in Elyria. And as of right now, we will not be there for that game, as we will be in alliance for Marlington Minerva. Still a great kick by the Lancers, taken in at around the 15 by Cunningham. And here comes Holy Name. Cunningham has some room, and he will be finally dragged down at the 34, and that'll bring back out the offense.
Good starting field position for Holy Name, at least the best that they've had today. Can Connor Jamison and the offense work and try and get into plus territory? Only one first down on the day. Can they chain a couple together, keep ahead of those sticks as we always talk about, and try and move the ball down the field and score some points here?
And I think a lot of it has to start in the flats, getting those screens to work. That is going to be a key emphasis for the Holy Name offense right now. And we will see how this team just works as a unit. Handoff goes to Nemeth, tries bouncing it right, goes to outside the hashes, and is able to dive forward for a gain of 2.
Very, very long run, a lot of lateral movement, but like you said, only 2 yards gained on that play.
And looking at the field, it does appear, at least for the time being, Caden Parker not down there. And you go back to the play that he was taken out on earlier. The hope is that he is okay, as on the far side it appears that it is Cunningham now in the game. And his Holy Name will only have one back in the backfield, and that is Nemeth. In the end, they say 3 yards, so 2nd down and 7. Jamison pass caught by Cunningham in the flats, cuts upfield, but he is quickly dragged down, and it is Bruno Cook getting his name called once again.
I mean, he has been all over the field today, on offense and on defense.
I think the best way to describe it is shot out of a cannon. He has been electric tonight for the Lancers. And now a very important 3rd down and 7, potentially a game-changing point. If Holy Name can get this first down, they're back in business. If they don't, Gilmore can start to run away with it. Jamison dropping back, blitz being brought, pass caught in the flats by Nemeth, tries to get outside, but he will not. Once again, Gilmore with a big play, and that might give Holy Name enough as there is an extra flag thrown after the fact.
I do believe so. Looked like the tackle was made, and then the celebration was right in the face of Nick Nemeth, and per the rules, you're not allowed to do that. It is going to be a personal foul on the defense, and by rule, that will give them their second first down of the game, albeit not made on the actual play, but made on the extracurriculars involved with it.
And if you're Holy Name, you have to be wary of getting first downs this way. You have to get it the conventional way whenever you can. We've talked about this being a turning point, and this turning point gives Holy Name the ball in Gilmore territory, opposed to punting as well. 9:18 and counting until halftime. Make sure you do stick with us as we will have the halftime show for the Holy Name Green Wave Marching Band. Looking forward to seeing their show for the second week now. Hand off to Nemeth, and he is stopped immediately. He went low too early, and he was just tumbling from there. And there's another flag. Is it another personal foul? If so, that is going to sting against Gilmore.
I believe so. It looked like the referee pointed in that direction. Unless it's wow. It is.
And I will note this as well. It appears that Jacob Ballantyne is also now on the bench. So he appears to be knocked out of this game for the time being. And in his place, it is Nathan Davis. Davis, we were told, was not supposed to be back until week 4 or 5. He's back tonight for senior night. His injury progressed well. He is now in once again at left guard, bringing back, it appears, actually Rosicki. I was going to say Sukes, but Sukes is on the sideline. So a relatively new offensive line, left guard and center, different guys from last week. And once again, Holy Name getting a gift. Here comes first down and 10. Jamison hands it off. Nemeth tries to push forward. And once again, gets a few. Gilmore, oh
wow.
No! Oh no, another flag. I was going to say they got away with one. Did they get a third in a row? Something happened down there. There is an injured namer. And we will step aside. It is Nathan Davis down, just came back from injury. And that is the last thing that Holy Name wanted to see. But a third personal foul on Gilmore. We step aside, 8:32 on the clock.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
An absolutely gut-wrenching injury. It is Nathan Davis down, and he will be helped off the field by a couple of namers. This one hits too close to home for us, Cam. We've known him for, what now, 5 years? We've known the Davis family for a long time, and we know how hard that kid works to be out in the field tonight for senior night. And this is not how I wanted it to end. It's emotional. I'm feeling the emotion of it.
Yeah, absolutely heartbreaking.
And I will have to say this as it is necessary. That was not Gilmore's fault. We
No.
watched the replay. It was Jeff bumping into him. There might be some personal fouls, but Gilmore is not playing dirty. I want to make that known. Do not get it in your head that Gilmore is dirty. They are not at all.
That's kind of just an unfortunate thing that happens, especially coming right back from injury and not anyone, you never want to see that happen, but really unfortunate.
Nemeth once again a handoff, and he will be taken down. And for the first time in 3 plays, there are no flags. But I think every single time it was the same play, so they tried running it to force it again. This might be the weirdest anomaly that we've seen. Back-to-back-to-back personal fouls from 3rd down and long to in the red zone. I am stunned. Holy Name getting a couple of big breaks, but now they need the biggest one of the night, and that is the touchdown. 2nd down and 10, Jamison dropping back. His pass will be caught by Gonzalez on the near side, and that will bring him inside the 10 at the 7. First time we call Esso's name tonight.
Great catch there, just using his body to block out the corner and gets him a nice manageable 3rd down.
3rd down, and it is going to be 2, but realistically, it's 3rd down, 2 attempts.
Pretty much.
But you see him on the near side, plays that ball perfectly. Esso is one heck of a talent, and we've seen it a lot this year, albeit in a small sample. Handoff, Nemeth cutting up the middle. He will dive forward. He gets the 1st down, and he will be taken to the ground at the 2. And the Namer coaches to our right are loving it. And Holy Name wasting no time. They are back to the line. They want their 6th. Handoff, Nemeth gets to the outside, stays up, touchdown, Holy Name! Yet again, Nemeth brings it in, and Holy Name is back within 1.
Great broken tackle there on the edge. He goes wide, able to use that balance and able to walk it into the end zone after that.
But Nick Nemeth, a man with a mission, gets it done for the Namers. 3 personal fouls later, and playing with the chip, and for a teammate no less, he gets it done. And now, Holy Name, they are an extra point away, but now, looking at it, they're going to call it a hold, and it is being brought back. So now 1st and goal at the 13-yard line. Holy Name, they had the jubilation for a moment, but now they need 13 yards to do it again. 5 wide, 3 left, 2 right for the Green Wave. Now trips left as Nemeth is brought into the backfield. Jamison has a slant. He will run it himself, takes it up the middle inside the 5. And for one of the first times this year, Jamo uses his legs.
And he didn't slide. Usually you want to see your quarterback slide down there, but he goes and takes the hit, and pretty much the same thing. Actually, they're a yard short from when Nemeth ran it in. It was a 3-yard touchdown run that was erased because of the hold, but great job, like you said, Jamo using his legs, stepping up in the pocket, and giving him a nice, manageable 3 downs here to try and push it in.
Once again, Holy Name, a new offensive coordinator, relatively new in year number 2, Danny Zay, the OC. You saw him down below giving some instructions. Handoff, Nemeth bouncing it, now cuts it up the middle. He will dive for the pylon, and he will be denied, being stopped at the 1-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, and it is 3rd down and 1. Or once again, 1 yard to get, 2 attempts to get it.
Maybe a slight tush push here. Could be a quarterback keeper and get Nick Nemeth in there to push him from behind, or vice versa. I expect to see something probably up the middle. Usually you don't go outside on these plays, especially so close here.
And Holy Name, keep in mind, they are down now 4 offensive starters. X, Parker, Ballantyne, Davis. Handoff Nemeth. He will take it himself, and he does it again.
Never mind.
Has to wait a few more plays, but gets it done once more. Touchdown, Holy Name.
Despite me saying usually you don't go outside, they go at the outside zone on that one, and that time it'll work. They stretch the field wide and pretty much walks in untouched. And we can high five after that one.
But once again, you're down 4 starters, 2 on the line. But Holy Name, they have shown tremendous resilience so far.
Absolutely.
And now they are a PAT away from tying it up. But they need this one here. 6:07 left to go in this first half as well. Reminder, stay with us for halftime as we will have the Holy Name Marching Band. Nemeth has 6. Why not go for the point after? And his kick, it is a knuckleball, and it is going to doink, no good. And that is why we said the all-important PAT, and that will keep Gilmore in front. Deja vu for the Lancers, this time benefiting them. But as the teams get ready, we will step aside. Nick Nemeth takes it in, but cannot tie up the game. 7-6 Gilmore on top of the Holy Name Green Wave.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Gilmore 7, Holy Name 6 your score, as this is OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. He is Cameron Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Holy Name getting a touchdown courtesy of Nick Nemeth, but the PAT no good, so that gives Gilmore the 1-point lead as we have around 6 minutes left to go before we flip to the second half. Nemeth, he is going to squib it into no man's land. It is going to be muffed. It is a loose ball, but Gilmore clearly has it. At least so it looks like. Holy Name pointing, so is Gilmore, and Gilmore will have it. It looked pretty clear from up here. We will show the replay again, but Nick Nemeth almost making amends immediately.
Two different players called for the fair catch. They both ran into each other as they caught it. You see the one going back and the other one going forward, and like I said, he ran into him.
And I just looked at the scoreboard, and I know our Gen Z viewers are having a laugh right now.
Well, that's why I laughed, and only because you pointed it out.
I had to. Come on now.
Okay.
But first down and 10 for the Gilmour Academy Lancers at their own 29. First time in a long while that we are seeing Petrone and company. Fake handoff. Petrone takes it to the middle, and he is loose. He has the first down and much more, and he will be dragged down from behind at around midfield. A last-ditch effort from Blake Troy prevents the breakaway, but it is a massive gain of around 21 for Petrone, and that puts the Gilmour Academy Lancers at midfield.
Yeah, great rush there on the QB keeper, like you said. Seeing his blocks well and being able to follow them and get into Holy Name's second level.
Everybody bought in and thought that was going to be Lemon taking the carry. It looked like it was going to be. And this time it actually is Lemon. He has some space on the far side, and he is loose, cutting back up to the 30, where he will be finally taken down by Carter Varga. Back-to-back big plays, and that will move the chains for another first down.
Back-to-back 21-yard gains.
So 42 yards on the ground in 2 plays. We talked about it earlier on. Gilmore had a lot of success with their running game last time out against Benedictine, and they are carrying that into this game right now. Overall, 38 attempts on the ground, 227 yards, 1 touchdown, just a hair under 6 yards per carry last week at Don Shula Stadium. And keep in mind, Gilmore, 2 less days of rest in comparison to Holy Name. Lennon up the middle. He will be pushed down at around the 26-yard line, so a gain of 3 on the play. It is worth noting that Holy Name will receive the second half kick. Just to put that out there, as this game, at least as of right now, appears to be a close battle between 2 relatively evenly matched teams, but I still, right now, given what we have seen, give the slight edge, just as the scoreboard does, to Gilmore.
Yeah, especially with all these injuries that Holy Name has been experiencing. Still 3 players on the bench. Looks like Ballantyne was trying to test out how his leg was feeling, but did not go well.
Ball is loose, and Holy Name has it! What a stuff in the backfield!
Jeff Bird, what a play!
A broken play from the get-go. And speaking of get-goes, the Green Boys have it.
Wow. Jeff Bird was in the backfield ready to make that tackle, and he punched the ball out while he was at it.
We will watch this one back on the replay. Beautifully done. Santa got nowhere to go. And Holy Name, just as you start to count them out, they find a way back in. Even if this is a loss, this is one of the best games that we have seen from Holy Name in our time covering the team. Yes, they had 2 great years with a lot of wins in our sophomore and junior year camp, but it wasn't this gritty. There weren't that many injuries. Now it's different. First down and 10 at their own 31. Handoff, it is Nemeth, and he will push his way forward for a minimal gain. They will give him 1. But once again, Holy Name does receive this second half kick. If they can take the next 4 minutes, drive down the field, punch it in at the end, you take that shallow lead at the half, but that might be enough then heading into the third quarter. Get 1 more touchdown. You have that barrier established.
Yeah, but their offense needs to get moving. Definitely helped last time out with the 45 yards gained in penalty yards after the back-to-back personal fouls on the Lancers defense.
Overall, Gilmore dominating the offensive categories. Deep pass for Gonzalez. He is taken down. It is clear PI.
There's the flag. Whoa!
And now they say no. My goodness. How in the heck is that not clear pass interference? Coach Wando is livid, and I think going back to 2018, the Saints fans feel their pain. How in the world was that not called?
It's not like it's not an uncatchable ball, too.
And Joe Kuchera is letting us know as well.
I don't understand. I agree with him. That was a very bad call.
We always say you have to play with the calls, not against them. But that one's really tough to bring that notion with. Third down and 9. Jamison needs something here. He is able to get it away, but dropped by Nemeth. And it'll be a 3 and out. And once again, Holy Name feels robbed. That is just a tough break. If Gonzalez caught that without that trip, he was loose. And we know his speed. He could have been gone for a touchdown.
Absolutely.
But in the end, some slight trippage behind. And that is enough for the officials to wave it off. As well, score update, West Holmes 14, Orville 6. So we will see how the Knights work with that. Nemeth almost blocked, almost hit as well. And it'll be taken in at around the 40-yard line. Santagata gets a good block, and he is into Namer territory and then some. Still pulling his weight up the far sideline, and he is down deep into Namer territory. Another excellent play by the Gilmour Academy Lancers.
Great play and multiple broken tackles there by Santagata on the return.
I'm shocked that Nemeth held the ball for that long as well. But Santagata, he tiptoed that far sideline. You can start to see it here. Not much room. Takes a couple of bodies with him, and he is 25 yards away from the end zone.
Nice 35-yard return.
But going back to that missed PI call, I feel like if Gilmore starts to run away with it, that is the turning point you look at.
Absolutely.
That is just tough. Holy Name now looking for a ball don't lie moment. Handoff, it is going to go to Lennon. He has room. He is loose. There is a flag deep in the backfield, and that will most likely be a hold. I feel like a lot of the big plays today have been erased for one reason or another.
Most of which have been the flags.
And I think right now if Holy Name can hold Gilmore to, at worst, a field goal, 10-6 at the half, you have the ball to begin the second half. You just need to make some minor adjustments, score a touchdown, you're back on top, or in this case, on top of the first time. But just a very interesting first half, a lot of very emotional plays. But this is what you expect from a game like this. We mentioned it, Gilmore a lot tougher team than Normandy. And they are proving it right now, especially Sean Petrone, as he has the big word offensively along with Shomo. First down at 20, Petrone looking to throw. Goes for the deep ball again. It is incomplete, and there's the flag. My goodness. I don't think he even touched him. We will watch this one back, but I am at a loss. I have no clue what they're watching. We will see it potentially on the replay. This could give us some more clarity. We could always see it again. But no. He initiated the contact. You see it on the replay, brings the hip in, takes the fall then. That's no different in basketball, running into a guy and going to the ground, not on a pick. Just trying to draw the contact. But either way, the gamesmanship gives Gilmore a big boost. You can't fault Gilmore. If they think it works, they're going to try it.
Yeah.
And in that case, it did. And now a timeout for Holy Name as they need an opportunity to regroup. 2:48 on the clock in the first half. Gilmore 7, Holy Name 6. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgeville Barbershop.
Here at Ledgwood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgwood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Gilmore setting up nicely. It is going to be first down and 5 at the 20. Right now, the key for Holy Name, get the emotions back and just play some football. And that's tough to do right now, given what we've seen. Handoff will go to Lennon on the near side, breaks through, cuts up, he is at the 10, and he is through to around the
flag.
1. But there is a flag at around the 16-yard line, and this could be coming back. Pretty much no flags in the first quarter, but the quota is being reached here in Q2, and then some. How many holding calls have gone against Gilmore tonight?
I wish we kept a tally, but there have been a lot of penalties that have gone against Gilmore. I mean, refs are quick to pull their flag, except for that PI call that I'm sure we will be revisiting multiple times during the rest of this broadcast, as well as the other pass interference call. We didn't think there was a lot of contact there, or the contact that was there, it felt like it was initiated by the wide receiver. And like you said, kind of the same thing in basketball, when you kind of push your body into him, that's on the receiver, not on the defensive back.
Score update from Byers Field. Ravenna 0, Normandy 0. High scoring game over in Parma. Good sweep play, Dunleavy. He is taken down from below. It is a nice tackle, and it does look like Nick Nemeth was the catalyst. And he was. They say fourth down on the field. On the scoreboard, it says otherwise. And I think they're changing it now.
With all the penalties, I believe it. Yeah, I was going to say I believe it's second down, but kind of difficult to keep track of whether you gained the first down and then you brought it back. But it is second down and 9, so we will go with that.
But with less than 2 minutes to play, Cam, you have to keep Gilmore out of the end zone if you are Holy Name. If you're the Lancers, you got to score. Petrone trying to do it himself, and he will be taken down near the line to gain. They give him the 16, so it'll be third down and 1. Looking at the timeouts, Gilmore, they have all 3. Holy Name, only 1 left to work with. And once again, one of those timeouts was spent simply trying to calm down the team. And we'll talk about that during the break. But first of all, we will be showing off the Holy Name Marching Band at halftime. So make sure you stay tuned for that, as I am sure they have a wonderful show for us in a few moments. So third down and 1, $1:10 left to go in the first half. Gilmore looking for their second TD, and they will be helped out by Jeff Bird. It is encroachment, it appears. But we will see if that is officially the call. There it is. And it will give Gilmore a fresh set of downs. $1:03 on the clock. Holy Name needs a big stop.
Yeah, and they need it now. Less than a minute to play. The Lancers less than 10 yards to go.
And not enough time to make a personnel adjustment. Petrone carrying it outside the far side. There's a flag. He will slip through. It's a loose ball. It is in the end zone, but who has it? If Holy Name has it, that might be huge. It's a hold.
I think the Lancers ended up picking it up.
But if not, Holy Name would have had a chance to decline.
I never actually saw the ball get picked up, so that's. I don't know where the football went. I think the Lancers had it though.
But so many holes on those outside concept plays. We look back to that run from Santagata last week against Benedictine, that last touchdown. It was through the B gap. Last week, they love to run the ball up the middle. I'm surprised we haven't seen it more. We've seen it a lot from Patron, but Santagata, he has just kind of been thrown out wide, but never a bad time to get him involved again. First down and goal, or first down and 19. Pass over the middle. It is caught by Cook, and he is in. Touchdown, Gilmore. A beautiful pass over the middle, and the Lancers get their second TD of the first half. But once again, just so close to the goal line, ended up being first down and 19. You look at the last touchdown, it was on a 3rd and 24.
Yeah, just slant across the middle, just right in the zone. That Holy Name just had nobody there, and not ideal coverage for that play.
And there is a namer down on the turf. 13-6 your score, 33 seconds left to go in the first half.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Bruno Cook with the touchdown from 20 yards out. And here comes the PAT afterwards for Gilmore. Kick is up, and it is going to be good. And Gilmore is now up by 8. We do have some score updates from around the grounds. 3:45 left to go in the first half. Hoover 35, Medina 10. Over at Girard, it is the Indians up 42-0. After the first quarter. Insane work over there. Benedictine at the half up 7-0 on Padua. Solkowski, a rare miss from 35, or rather 40 yards out. He made from 41 to end the first half last week against Alliance. Looking around the grounds, Perry up 23-0 on St. Vincent St. Mary. Lake up 28-7 on Youngstown Boardman. And my goodness, CVCA at the half is up 35-0 on Canton South.
Wow.
Big result for them at the half. Buckeye up 14-7 over Amherst Steel. The Tigers, as they like to say, TIG, they are doing so. 28-3 over Glen Oak. Massillon looking for a bounce back after a tough loss to a very good Glenville squad. At the half, Louisville 21, Alliance 13. DeMarzio just brought the ball in for a TD just before the break. And Westlake there doing a great job over Clearview, 21-0. So a great bounce back game for the Demons, at least as of right now. Holy Name has 33 seconds to work with, and unless they can get one big play, they're just going to run the ball twice and take it to half. But if Gilmore wanted to play the aggressive game, they have 3 timeouts. Squib kick taken in at around the 20. Now back.
Just knee it.
2 muffs. And finally, it is picked up by the Green Wave, and there is nowhere else to go. That is Jay Stevenson getting it in the end. Back so far deep, I think that is going to do it for the opening 24 minutes.
I believe so, and usually after a muff like that, you kind of just jump on it and say, okay, that's enough for that play. That's why I said just knee the ball. Just get on top of it and make sure you have it, at least to survive the last 25 seconds. Because if Gilmore gets that, you are in for a whole lot more trouble, especially like you said when they still have 3 timeouts.
But Holy Name does get the ball to begin the second half. The offense, it has struggled mightily in this game, but 24 minutes to make amends. And before that, 20 minutes of halftime to make adjustments courtesy of the coordinators and Coach Wondolowski. Trips left the setup, so an aggressive move from the Namers on first down and 10. Jamison, he is looking to throw. It is going to be a illegal procedure or illegal formation and almost picked off.
Illegal shift, I believe.
And there it is. And I feel like at this point you have to just start running out the clock.
Yeah. You got 21 seconds. You don't have your kicker. Nemeth already missed a PAT. So I feel like with all those circumstances, you're already down 3 players on offense. I feel like you kind of just got to take this one in.
A lot to look at the break, but one more time, we will be featuring the Holy Name Marching Band at the break. After they are done, stay with us as we will have the SmeeSports halftime show going over this game and scores from around the grounds. Nemeth trying to bounce it outside the hashes, gets a fair amount on the play. Give him the 30. Gilmore, no timeouts being used, and that is going to bring us to the break. And there it is, Holy Name, they will make their move back. Gilmore, they will do the same. And it is 0-0 on the clock. Halftime is here in North Royalton. Gilmore 14, Holy Name 6, your score. 2 great touchdown passes, one to Shomo, one to Cook from the quarterback, Sean Petrone. A very good rebound game for him after a rocky start given the interception. Holy Name's 1 touchdown coming from Nick Nemeth as he was able to bounce it in from 1 yard out twice. One was called back, the other a no-doubter. A lot of controversy given the calls, especially pass interference. But that does not matter right now. These next 20 minutes of conversation and coaching are really going to show us which team is better tonight. Gilmore up by 8 at the half, and we will step aside and make way for the Holy Name High School Marching Band. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to introduce the 2025 Holy Name Green Wave Marching Band, which is directed by Mrs. Andrea Mikolajczyk and Drill Team Director, Ms. Kimberly Keough. Tonight's show features classic rock hits from the 60s and 70s. Originally recorded in 1961, our first song was made by the famous by the Beatles, recording in 1963. During its U.S. debut, the Beatles held the top 5 places on the Billboard singles chart. Here is Twist and Shout.
more love. Recorded by the Spencer Davis Group in 1966. This song was ranked as one of the 500 greatest hits of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. We close tonight's show with Give Me Some Lovin'.
Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Gilmore up 14-6 at the half on the Holy Name Green Wave. As we toss things back upstairs to the press box, he's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. A very interesting first 24 minutes. Holy Name, they do have a touchdown, but Gilmore's passing offense, they took another step today. We talked about Coach Goodman's quote last week. They need to have more levels, and Gilmore, they seemingly have found their next one.
I mean, they really have multiple big plays. Obviously, the two big penalty calls that we're probably going to harp on a lot of this game. Obviously, what I believe was quite blatant PI. I'm sure you would agree that would have gave Holy Name a first down, obviously not called. And then on the flip side, very next possession, Gilmore gets a very, let's just say, generous pass interference called. Looks like, if you watch it back, I feel like you might see the same. Looks like the wide receiver kind of initiated the contact. However, it was called on Holy Name, but that's kind of just the way it rolls. You got to kind of roll with the punches. Holy Name does get the ball here to begin this second half, and they need to come out firing. They're only down 8, so not as bad as it could be, but their offense needs to kick it into gear.
And I will say this about the PI calls. They didn't directly cause points to be put on the board. You have to give credit to Patron. He has done a tremendous job after that interception to recalibrate and reinvent himself. He has been lights out tonight. You look at the roster, we expected Santagata to be the main guy, but a couple other just great offensive pieces have really stepped up. Cook, the tight end, along with Shomo, another wide receiver. They both have been great in this game. More guys are stepping up for Gilmore, and that gives this offense one thing that many teams lack, and that is versatility.
And especially the big play capability. 3rd and 24 was when that first long passing touchdown was scored, and the other one 1st and 19 after multiple holding calls brought him back, but still able to get back at it and have those long passing touchdown plays.
And as we flip things back down to the field and put the scoreboard back on, what is your key of this second half, Cam? A lot needs to go right for the Green Wave, but where does it start?
Well, it's got to start on those offensive drive. They have to be able to get the run game going. Nick Nemeth probably going to be the lead featured back here as we go on the stretch. Multiple injuries for the Green Wave. Not what you want to see, but I mean, he has really been carrying this Holy Name defense and kind of got to put the offense on his shoulders as well and see if it can open up the pass game a little bit more for Connor Jameson.
And I do have some halftime score updates from around the ground. At the half, it is Strongsville up 21-0 on Solon. North up 27-7 on Harvey. As for NDCL, they're up 24-12 on West G. That game still in the first half. At the half, Lake Catholic up 7-0 on Avon Lake. And the big one, final score, Bay Village 27, University School 0.
Whoa.
That game, a very, very caustic one, as we did not expect that to happen.
Of course, Gabe did.
North Royalton, though, 28-6 at the half over Worcester. They are on their way to their bounce-back game. Kleinbill denied at the line at Byers as time expired. He was the Buckeye transfer, and his debut did not end the way he wanted it to, but he knows it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish, and they look to be well on their way to a 1-1 record. On top of that, the biggest update we have, Friday Night Touchdown is now a follower of SmeeSports on Twitter.
Very nice.
Holy Name, I love PJ Ziegler, a part of that show. He does a lot with that going around the grounds. A lot of great games in the area, and I'm sure we will see a few highlights from Holy Name Gilmore on there. And hopefully for the Holy Name Green Wave, it is more highlights of them. But right now, Gilmore, they look to bounce back from last week, and they are right on track to be exactly where they want to be when it is all said and done. And that is, well, quite simple, 1-1 on the year. And we will toss things now down to the field. It is going to be Gilmore kicking things off to the Green Wave, and that'll get us ready for the second half.
So we await the kick here. So a nice squib kick is going to be fielded and immediately down. Probably a smart play right there, as not the usual returner. That's kind of what happens when a blocker picks up the football on Those kind of weird little squib plays there, but Holy Name, long field to go to try and tie it up. They would need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion as scores 14-6, but if anyone can do it, it is these namers. Connor Jamison in the backfield with Nick Nemeth now switching. No, he'll stay on the left side, the left hip.
Sorry about that. First down and 10. Pass is caught. No, dropped over the middle by Gonzalez. Just a tough one over the middle. We do apologize for a moment that the upstairs camera did go out as the power pack was charging it, and then it wasn't. But we still do have this camera view, a closer camera view at that. But now second down and 10. Always something with these broadcasts. Jamison with some motion along will hand off. It is Nemeth trying to bounce outside the hashes. He has some room, and he will be spun down past the 25 at around the 26.
I mean, these Lancers linebackers have just done extremely well with moving laterally to not allow the Holy Name runners to get outside the numbers, or when they are outside the numbers, make great tackles to prevent those big yardage plays.
And at least for the time being, our overhead camera is back. Thank you to Jacob Ragazzo for running the camera, albeit after he was a couple of moments late. But third down and 6, Holy Name, they need a big play here. They need something to begin this second half right. Empty backfield for Jamison. His pass over the middle. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Noah Wallace. And it is a 3-and-out.
Tough pass there, just kind of missed the mark for Noah Wallace. Almost probably would have had it if he were able to accurate ball. Probably has that first down pretty easily, but just out of the reach. And a quick 3-and-out here for Holy Name. Not what you want to see
and
for
if
this
you're Gilmore,
offense.
If you're Gilmore, knowing that a touchdown would put you up by 2 possessions, that could be a classic opportunity to go for the throat, so to speak. Ball will bounce at around the 40-yard line, and here come the Lancers, but not too far up the field as they will be down at around the 44. Good job swarming by the Green Wave, but they have a lot of work to do as Gilmore will take their first offensive possession of the second half. And before they do, we will hear a word from our sponsors here at Smee Sports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Lennon, a modest gain on first down, able to get from the 44 to the 47, gain of 3 on the play. This is OHSAA football on Smee Sports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. For those just joining us, he's Cameron Gasso. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Holy Name going 3-and-out to begin this second half, but still a lot of clock to work with.
Yeah, but realistically, within these next, either this set of downs or the next set of downs, they need to be able to turn the ball over or at least force a punt here. I mean, this Lancer offense has done pretty well today, especially in the run game, as we see another heavy dose of it right there.
Dunleavy barreling through, and that should be enough to move the sticks, and it will be a Gilmore first down. Dunleavy has been a great compliment to Santagata and Lennon tonight. You have to stop those two. All of a sudden, Dunleavy comes in, and he is just as tough to take down.
Absolutely. It looked like Lennon came up a little bit limp, but he was able to skedaddle across to the other far side of the field, so hopefully he is all good over there, but for the meantime, still not in the game.
A lot of injuries tonight on both sides. Screen pass is caught in the flats by Shomo. And the first touchdown scorer of the game is able to push his way past the 35 to around the 34. And there is a namer slow to get up, and that is Noah Wallace. The sophomore had a great game last week, a pick 6. We saw him a little bit on offense. They need him to stay in this game if possible.
Yes, they do. but that a little screen pass will be enough to give them the first down. They will officially call it an 11-yard catch and run.
But you look at Holy Name, down 4 offensive starters already. It is going to be tough to get back in this game. But they just need somebody else, and that has been the mantra of this team. Somebody else needs to step up. First down at 10. Patron will keep it running Q stretch to the left, and he is able to get a few. Bringing out the official play call lingo for that one. But it's a stereotypical quarterback stretch. Goes outside, follows the blocks. Able to get a couple, but still behind the sticks. We talked about it last week a lot. You want to remain ahead of the sticks. You want to stay
on schedule.
Exactly. You want to be the team that is one step ahead, not a step behind, and having to work with 3rd down and 7 or even further. But Gilmore tonight, their 2 touchdowns, 19 to gain, 24 to gain. So incredible work on long downs for Gilmore. Patron will hand off. No, he keeps it up the middle, and he will spin forward near the line to gain as they will rule it at the 25. And if anything, it is 2nd down and inches, as it appears to be.
And if I'm Holy Name here, especially with how much of the heavy dose of run is coming in, I'm trying to go for the ball here.
It'll be 3rd down and 1. And this is going to be a big statement potentially for Holy Name if they can get the stop. But Gilmore, I think if you are the Lancers, you might take a shot. It's a weird spot to do it, but Holy Name would not expect it.
Exactly. I mean, and you're only a couple inches away from that 1st down yardage.
A lot of pressure on the Lancers here. 3rd down and 1 on the Holy Name 31. 8:20 left to go in quarter number 3. And it is an I formation, bunch formation. Dunleavy, he is through, and it is a Gilmour Academy 1st down. Some extracurriculars on the far side, an extra spin through on the pin as that came from Kenny, but he did a great job coming off the line quick to seal the edge. But now if you're Gilmore, you see that clock continuously running. I feel like, just as I said there, you run the ball a lot.
Pretty much, yeah. I expect to see heavy dosage of runs, maybe a pass here and there to try and throw Holy Name off of the scent, but more or less the same probably here on this 1st down.
Once again, next week, Holy Name looking to improve no matter what the record is tonight against Marion and Franklin, a team they beat last year. Patron rolling out, wide open man, and it is dropped. A wide open touchdown denied. And that will sting mightily. Gilmore had it until they didn't. That was Shomo. That would have been his 2nd touchdown of the night. Just unfortunate there. We'll watch it back on the replay. Shomo was in the right place at the right time, just way downfield. And as you see, just dropped. Screen pass, Santagata will take it, and he is sent into a pile of green. Stumbled down at the 20. Small gain of 3. And here is 3rd down and medium for the Lancers.
I was going to say, here's the question, though. If you are able to get this, do you go for it or do you try and chip that field goal to give you that 2-score lead? I think it depends on how close they are to the line to gain.
And if you are a Holy Name, you have to play well in the boundaries right here. That is where Gilmore has made a lot of their big plays, just outside the hashes. 3rd down and 7, just on the edge of the red zone. Patron dropping back, plenty of time, takes the shot, and it is caught. Touchdown, Gilmore. An excellent throw by Patron.
Flag.
That'll be his 3rd touchdown of the night, and Gilmore is up by 2 scores.
I believe there is a flag, however, that might be after the play.
We will watch that one back. If not, Patron, he did exactly what you want him to do. Threads the needle, and more importantly, he found his wide open man. That touchdown was caught by Belant. Not the first time that we have called his name tonight. There is an injured namer in the end zone. The touchdown will stand 20-6. Gilmore cruising on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
.6:52 on the clock and quarter number 3. Gilmore just scoring a touchdown courtesy of Ballant. A beautiful throw from Petrone, his third TD of the night, and yet again on a long yard down.
Yeah, nice 20-yard touchdown there. I mean, like you said before, just kind of dropped it right into the breadbasket.
And now here comes an important PAT. You want this one on the board that keeps you ahead by more than 2 touchdowns. That would make it a 15-point game. First 2-possession lead of the night for the Lancers. And they will improve it. PAT is through the uprights and good. And Gilmore is now up by 15. If you're Holy Name right now, after that 3-and-out to begin the second half, you need something from this drive. It is paramount. Without it, the game might be done.
Absolutely. I mean, quick 3-and-out to start. Obviously not what you wanted, and then to come out and immediately allow a touchdown, definitely not what you want, but you got to get back in that offensive rhythm. You got to be able to have those big play potentials or even just staying ahead of the sticks, but you need to be able to continually get those first downs.
Looking ahead to next week, we will be in Minerva at Minerva High School, Robert H. Hines Stadium. It is the Lions taking on the Akron Springfield Spartans. Join us at 6:15 for the SmeeSports Pregame Show. Then at 7 p.m. for kickoff, myself and to be determined will be on the call for that game. We are looking to work that out in the meantime, as we will have somebody alongside me just waiting to see who that will end up being. Looking forward to being at Minerva a lot. Not necessarily at the high school, but at their athletic events this upcoming week. Tuesday, Thursday, they're at Marlington and Alliance High Schools for volleyball. We will have both of those games, plus their football game on Friday. So only 3 games on the channel next week, as during the middle of the week, I will have Mount Union and Case Western Reserve volleyball on Flow Sports.
Okay, so the penalty was on Gilmore after the touchdown, and so they're going to move him back here. Initially, it looked like the referee called it on defense, which would have been Holy Name. However, judging by how they are lined up on the kickoff, clearly it was on Gilmore.
And Holy Name, they might have some better field position because of it, but we saw it last time. Still a big boot. It'll be a squib. So, yes, they will, but it is muffed, and it'll be taken in at around the 31. The Hands team, once again, having some struggles tonight.
Yeah, that's second time at least they've done that just this quarter. They did that coming out of the half as you were going upstairs to fix that camera, and that time they just fell on it. They fielded it cleanly, however, they just fell on it. That time, like you said, kind of in and out of the hands. Luckily, Holy Name's able to fall on it, but like I said, they need to find some offensive identity right here, whether in the pass game or the run game. I feel like they've had a little bit more success with the passing, just a couple of haywires here and there, and all of a sudden you're at 3rd and long, and then they know you're going to pass.
But you can easily say this is crunch time for the green and white. Handoff, it is Nemeth. Once again, he is swallowed up, and he will be dragged down from behind. A minor gain on the play. They have ran the ball a lot with Nick tonight, but Gilmore has counteracted it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel without kind of that 1-2 combo that you're used to having, especially with not having X and then Parker going down early in the game, definitely not what you want to see, and then as well as the 2 offensive linemen. Obviously not what you planned for, but Holy Name doing their best to roll with the punches here.
Jamison with Nemeth to his right. He will drop back to throw on 2nd down and 9. His pass up the field, incomplete, just too long, intended for Gonzalez.
I really like that thought there. I mean, just going deep, and like you said, just out of the reach, out of the outstretched diving arms of Gonzalez there. Would have been a very big play, but like I was just talking about, now you're at 3rd and kind of that longer down, and I feel that Gilmore kind of knows that you're going to pass the ball here. They're probably going to send a couple of blitzers, so you have to be on time, you have to be accurate with this ball, and you need to try and get that first down to keep those chains moving.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs will not get the job done. 1 yard so far on this drive. 3rd down and 9. Jamison dropping back, flushed out to his right. He might take it himself, and he will. J-Mo going for it, and he will have the first down. Doesn't slide, but instead dives. Either way, Holy Name moves the sticks for the first time this half.
Great job. Second time J-Mo has been able to escape the pressure, and kind of first time he stepped up, that was in the red zone. This time he feels the blitz coming around that left side as that left defensive end is able to get through that middle, but sees the open space down the field, knows he can do it with his legs, like you said, doesn't slide as you would probably want him to do, but still able to get the first down.
Quick pass, it is dropped outside, intended for Preissel. But nicely defended by Gilmore right away. That was Lennon in on the coverage. Already an INT tonight. Make sure you do stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Nathan Lennon, a good candidate, at least as of right now.
Absolutely. I mean, he has been all over the field on this one.
Now 2nd down and 10, 5:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jamison dropping back. He will look to throw. Flushed out right again. Nowhere to go. He will take the shot upfield. Pass is caught. What a nice job by Jamison to improvise. And it is a Holy Name first down.
Oh, no.
There is a flag in the backfield. This could be coming back.
Unless it was a late hit.
That was Carter Varga with the catch. And if I'm not mistaken, that would be his first varsity catch.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. That's going to be a Holy Name first down.
And Joe Stavoli will tell the crowd just that. They needed a big break like that, and there it is. But that might be the best play that we've seen from J-Mo this season.
I thought he was just going to throw that away, and then all of a sudden, Varga kind of leaks out there, and J-Mo kind of just floats it up. Perfectly placed ball. Great catch on the other end, and then you get the roughing the passer to add on to it.
So Holy Name now in business as they are at the 17-yard line. Jamison dropping back.
Start.
And he quickly gets rid of it.
Probably a false start if I had to guess. And it will be.
So right as the positive comes in, the negative comes right back. But I still think Holy Name net positive here with that big hit going against J-Mo. Glad to see he's okay. As once again, it will be Luke Hudak who would come in. This year, 1 for 1 with 5 yards. Not bad at all. But you want to keep J-Mo in this game. The way that he has improved from last season, we were told in the offseason he put on some muscle. He learned the position a lot more. And clearly, you're seeing it on display. Still a couple of miscues, yes, a couple of things to clean up. But there is still time, especially heading into a winnable game next week in Columbus. First down and 15, Jamison looking to throw. He will go for it all. Pass is incomplete, and there is the PI. Holy Name fans thinking some righteous judgment is being applied.
I'll take it.
And that'll put Holy Name just outside the end zone. If you are the Green Wave, you are starting to feel some belief. But if you're Gilmore right now, you see that 21, you're starting to see the similarities with the game this past weekend. And that is a good thing, but also slightly scary. You just want to remain in control. That's the big thing. Control is everything right now for Holy Name, and same for Gilmore. If Holy Name takes back control, especially at their home field, they have a good shot, but they need to get in the end zone first. Handoff to Nemeth, slips it up the middle, and he will dive forward to the 10. A minimal gain, if any. And on the sideline, once again, you still see some injured players. Ballantyne trying to put some pressure on one of his legs, but he's hobbling.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. I mean, it's really hard to see them all on the sideline, especially when you're injured. You know they want to be out there. They're doing their best, but you still got so much of the season left to play.
But Parker down, Rodriguez down, Ballantyne down, Davis down. Jamison looking to throw, rolling out to his right. He will take the shot pass. It is incomplete. Intended for number 22, Pat Kelly. Kelly has been on a tear the last couple of months as a namer. We go back to basketball season, had that big breakout game against Lutheran West. Could have had his first career varsity touchdown there.
You probably got 2 shots at trying to gain 3 yards here. I would probably expect a run here.
You have 2 shots for 3 yards, as you said. And they have to get it. If not, Gilmore can just prance to a win.
Pretty much. That's why you got the 2 shots. They're going to go kind of spread, though.
So 3rd down and 3. A halfback off to the right end behind. Jameson trying to draw him offside. It's a double cadence, but Nemeth immediately taken down by a sea of white jerseys.
They got 8 in the box on that play, and 6 does not account for 8, and it's kind of what you see.
And now another namer is down. So we will have another injury timeout here at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Gilmour Academy up 21-6 on Holy Name. When we return, the biggest 4th down of the game.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Before we return to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville, and Ledgewood Barbershop for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. We are always looking to feature our great Holy Name alums. If you're a Holy Name alum watching and have a business and want to be a part of what we do here at Smee Sports, make sure you contact us, as this is the time to join on. Holy Name is going for it. 5 wide, 3 right, 2 left. Jameson all alone. Nemeth now coming to his side. And here we go, 4th down. He will launch it, nobody home, and it is a simple turnover on downs. Jameson is talking with Coach Day. It looks like clear miscommunication.
Yeah, it looks like J-Mo thought it was a fade, and receiver thought it was a slant route. I mean, definitely not what you want to see.
And if you are Gilmour Academy, you have to be practically giddy after that play.
Especially with how much momentum Holy Name had going in. Couple of nice passes, couple of great yardage gains, even with the penalties tacked onto it, and then still a turnover on downs. Holy Name's defense got to come up big here. Still time to play in the 3rd, and you still got the entirety of the 4th, but this Holy Name defense, with all the turnovers they have, they need one right now.
And Gilmore going into next week against Hawken, they have an avenue now to be 2-1. Pitcher on his pass, quickly caught. It is a nice route by Shomo, and he will get a good gain on the play. They will take him out at around the 23. So a gain of 9 on 1st down and 10.
I mean, I know you don't want to, but I feel that you probably have to play up on these receivers a little bit more. You're used to giving them that room, and I would say it if it's probably a closer game, you probably chance it and do that. But with needing this turnover, I feel like you got to play a little bit closer, play up for the run. If they burn you deep, they burn you deep. But, I mean, I feel like that's just how you got to go.
So now 2nd down and 1, Santa got it in motion, and there is a flag. But as well, I will point out 2 very important conversations happening down below. Coach Day, he quickly went over to J-Mo as he is sitting by himself. And then on the sideline, Mrs. Davis talking to Nathan, who earlier on in the game got injured, and he is out for the rest of tonight. But conversations about completely different things, but you would say 2 big moments in this game, or at least things that will stick out to these players, especially if J-Mo can get Holy Name back in this game.
Absolutely. But it's got to come up with their defense here. I mean, you can go ahead.
And knowing Coach Day from having played for him, he is a guy that can be intense, yes, but he knows what button to press to get the best out of his players, and that is what he's doing right now with J-Mo.
I was going to say, before the false start, it looked like they were running pretty much the exact same play, or at least a similar route. Looked like just a nice sit-down hitch And we are going to get a timeout by Gilmore.
Gilmore, they really didn't use any timeouts in the first half. They will use their first of the game here. And as they do, we will follow suit. 3:45 on the clock in quarter number 3. Gilmore up 21-6 on the Holy Name Green Wave. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
We have a big score update from Parma through 3, Benedictine 7, Padua 0. A lot of obscurities in week number 2 of the OHSAA football season. We saw Padua last week. They are clearly a team much improved.
I mean, absolutely great job by their defense keeping Benedictine at bay, but their offense needs to get moving.
Patron on 2nd down and 6, throws the fade, but unable to pick up Shomo.
And, I mean, I don't want to call myself Tony Romo here, guys, but on that play, they tried the stop and go, the hitch and go, and covered perfectly. I mean, kind of what you expect after you run multiple hitches. You expect them to play up, but again, overthrown ball, but very good coverage by the Holy Name defensive back. I feel like that if that was a little closer, had an opportunity to make a play on the ball, but crucial 3rd down here. Very crucial. Holy Name's defense needs to get off the field.
And you said it perfectly. 6 yards for Gilmore. They're not going to go for it here unless it's a sure thing. And even if so, that's very risky. But 3rd down and 6, Holy Name needs a stop. Patron, he will drop back, has some time. He will take the shot upfield. Pass is incomplete. Well out of the reach of his intended target, Bruno Cook.
Injury.
And it looks like it is a cramp for Cook. But Cook has stepped up a lot in this game. A guy that didn't get the ball a lot, if any, last time out. This time, he was asked to be a key figure. He was asked to be a true receiving tight end. And he has taken that call and really made it something that is personal to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a really good job this game, like you said, being able to get open, get those nice catches as the receiving tight end. Probably just looks like a cramp here as his leg is getting stretched out, but ball just out of reach for him. But if that pass was caught, probably would have been all she wrote. I mean, depends if he would have been able to go yard, but great job by Holy Name's defense. Barring any fakes, it's still high school football. Barring any fakes, barring any penalties, Holy Name not back in the driver's seat yet, but back in a good opportunity to at least go and drive and get some points on the board, especially with how their offense was going before they kind of sputtered out towards the end.
Looking ahead to the next time we see Holy Name, it is going to be as a part of our next doubleheader. On Friday, September 12th, we will be in Akron as the Ellett Orangemen take on the Alliance Aviators. Hopefully, I can convince Cam to make the 35-minute drive from Medina County over to Ellett, just outside of Mogador, as Alliance looks to get another big win over the Orangemen, just like they did last year. Then the next day, on September 13th, we will be at Brooklyn Memorial Stadium, as it is going to be the Holy Name Green Wave taking on the Madison Blue Streaks. A rematch from last year, a game Holy Name lost in the 4th quarter, 24-7 at Madison. So that'll be in a few weeks from now, as next week we will not be making the trip to Columbus for the Marion Franklin game. Santagata will boot that one away. It is going to be inside Gilmore territory where Preissel takes it, but not much on the return. But still a good starting point for the Namers if they are to make a comeback in this game, as they will have 41 yards in front of them to work with and 3:25 on the clock in this 3rd quarter.
Like I said, plenty of time, and if you're able to kind of get that offense back out there, it looks like probably going to have to stick with the passing game. These Lancers defense, and especially these linebackers, have done a great job of defending Holy Name's run. I mean, all night long they have just played excellently. I mean, flat out, simply that. So I think if I'm Holy Name's offense, I'm going to call on Connor Jamison it's his time. He's been making some good passes this game. A couple have been a little haywire, but if he can do exactly what he did last drive, I think Holy Name's got a good chance at least to get in scoring range.
And they need something, anything from this drive. First down and 10. Jamison has to step up in the pocket. His pass, it is nowhere near anybody. Incomplete outside the hashes.
Not like that.
But excellent pocket awareness from J-Mo, stepping up, evading the defense. And now we will have an
ineligible man downfield.
Yes. I was either going to say that, potentially a hold, or the third thing, he was past the line of scrimmage. Because based on that, could be. But either way, that will back up the Namur offense a good amount. But they would prefer an eligible man downfield, as if it was an illegal forward pass, not only does it get rid of the yardage, but it also takes away the down. In this case, it is just going to be first down and 15. But Holy Name looking to continue rolling from last week. The offense not doing nearly as much, but this is what we expected. Next week will really be a game to look at. Can Holy Name get back to their best offensively, regardless of what happens in the final few minutes of this game? First down and 15. This time it looks to be okay. Screen pass, it is caught. And that is just going to be a big loss. It was caught by Colt Troy, the sophomore. I'm kind of surprised that he caught it.
Yeah. And this is pretty much Walmart parking lot territory.
It'll be second down and really long, which is a tough play. Jamison needing to know where he is, and for Troy, he needs to know where he is. He cannot take a play like that and lose that many yards.
But in the same sense, I mean, if to play devil's advocate, if the refs called that backwards pass and he just lets it skip by, I mean, I believe he was going forward, but in the same time, live ball, you got to think.
I can see that. I just think based on where it was just enough forward. Fake handoff. Jamison has some time. Now will roll out to his left. And Jamison has plenty of grass in front of him. He will take it past the initial line of scrimmage, and he takes out a Lancer on the far side.
There's a flag.
And now the tempers are going to start to flare even more. But we will see who the flag is on. There is another injured Namer. That is something to note. Hopefully it is just a cramp, as it is still early on in the season.
Late hit on the defense.
And yet again, another big personal foul.
And that's going to give him a first down as well.
How about that? A couple of tough breaks, and then all of a sudden, you get the first down. And if you're Connor Jamison right now, that was a great play, but also a great job to go to the sideline and just stick with the play. He truly committed. Obviously, you want your quarterback to be safe and slide more often than he doesn't. But if J-Mo can play the sideline game and get a couple of late hits, that helps out Holy Name, an offense that is still struggling to find their footing. But if they play their cards exactly right down the stretch, this is not a lost cause.
Yeah, definitely still an opportunity to try and get back in this game. Only a 2-score game, albeit it is 15 points. But, I mean, you do have 2 opportunities. If a touchdown is scored, I assume they'll go for 2. If they miss it the first time, then they're just going to do it the second time as well.
But the injured player, it is Nick Nemeth. Hopefully it is just cramps.
I believe it was. It looked like they were stretching out his leg.
He was banged up last week. We talked with him about that post game, and he even said he was banged up. But still, Nick Nemeth is not a guy to gloat. He is a guy that puts his head down and he works. You listen to his interviews, he's always, next game, we're going to get in the film room and watch film. He is a level-headed player, a very rare breed at this level. The first down and 10 at the 25. Jamison looking to throw. Plenty of time, plenty of options. His pass is batted down.
Good play there by the defensive backs of the Lancers. Again, number 50 making a nice big play.
That was Goodnow. And you're looking next to Goodnow. Yet again, it's a namesake of mine, Nathan Goodnow.
Okay.
It's the Nathans doing a lot of great work for Gilmore and Goodnow and Lennon. Haven't called Lennon's name all too much in the second half, but we talked about it in pregame. Gilmore has something that a lot of teams do not have, offensive versatility.
Absolutely.
And they have shown that time and time again tonight. 2:08 left to go in quarter number 3. Second down and 10. Ball still at the 25-yard line. Jamison, low snap. He will look to throw. Goes out wide. It is going to be incomplete. They say it hit the ground first. Otherwise, that would have been a massive interception for Lennon.
Yeah, guess who? Lennon. That was
too close for comfort.
Yeah. I mean, you take a sigh of relief right there. Long throw. I mean, you're on the far hashes. You take the long throw. You kind of take that chance. Ball gets there a long time. And like you said, kind of just a sigh of relief. Third down, you live to fight another 2 downs here.
As well, score update, Louisville, they are currently up 24-13 on the Alliance Aviators. A third down and 10, 2:03 on the clock. Clock not really winding down all too much in the last couple of minutes. Jamison dropping back. He will take a shot for the end zone. It is Nemeth, and it is caught. Touchdown, Holy Name. Second TD of the night for Nick Nemeth. Clearly he is okay, and Holy Name is back in business.
Great ball by JMO there. Way to find the pocket. Just excellent all around. I mean, gets great pass protection in there. Kind of mixes up the Lancers defensive backs with that motion, and perfect ball, perfectly placed, right in between the 2 high safety. Exactly what you want to see out of your quarterback.
Longest ball of the season from Nick Nemeth, or rather from Connor Jamison. Last time out it was 21. This time add on 4 more, and JMO will stay on the field going for the 2-point conversion. I think they saw the deja vu from week 1 for Gilmore, and they want to avoid it either way. But Holy Name, they need this one to get back within 1 score. A big 2-point conversion. Jamison has time. His pass, it is incomplete, dropped, and Holy Name will remain down by 2 possessions. You go back to that missed PAT, and now the 2-point conversion. Very, very similar to Gilmore last week. But Holy Name, they are not out of this one. Resilience, abundant for the Namers. Plenty of time left to work with as well. $1:58 in the third quarter. Nick Nemeth now has 2 scores. Gilmore 21, Holy Name 12, your score on Smee Sports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Nick Nemeth having himself a tremendous campaign so far. Cam, make it 5 touchdowns for Nick Nemeth across 2 weeks, only 1 defensively. He has been on a tear, but still Holy Name down by 2 possessions. 21-12 your score, $1:58 left to go in quarter number 3. Once again, he's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you as you are watching OHSAA football on Smee Sports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Nemeth sends that one away towards the far sideline, taking it at the 20, and here come the Lancers. Santagata drags down at the 30, and here comes Sean Petrone and the offense.
Looking to avoid what they did last time, a crucial 3rd and out that gave Holy Name that chance to march down the field and create that good score. A great pass and great catch by Nick Nemeth after he had to come out of the game with what we assume to be as a cramp, but obviously all good and ready to go after he made that nice grab.
Score update from Byers Field. Ravenna 14, Normandy 12. So both sides able to find their offensive chops at least a little bit in the final 24 minutes. But back here to North Royalton, a big drive for the Lancers. Dunleavy, room on the far side as he will push his way to the 40, maybe the 41. And it is close to the first down marker. They will give it to him. It's an immediate first down for Gilmore. And now finally on the far side, the chain gang will move. Waited a hot minute before actually moving.
Yeah, looked like a first down from all the way over here. I think the near judge said it pretty much instantly, and then finally the chain gang got moving.
But as the clock continues to run, Gilmore not afraid to let it tick. And they shouldn't be. I think this is going to be a run-heavy couple of minutes at least. This time it's Lennon bouncing it out wide, and he will also have himself a first down depending on the spot. And looking at the initial read, there it is, first down. But it looked like at first they were going to say he was a yard or two behind the line, which I wouldn't have seen that one. But Gilmore quickly, 20 yards on 2 plays.
Again, Holy Name's defense has got to come up big here. They need a stop to get their hot offense back on the field.
So a $1:17 left to go. As he did go out of bounds, that is an important thing to note here. But Gilmore just having their way offensively with the runs. Dunleavy bouncing it now inside the hashes. Back-to-back-to-back rushing first downs. Dunleavy has the first one, and now this one. And Gilmore's running offense looks unstoppable. You talk about a team that wants to put the icing on the cake. This is what Gilmore has been wanting to do all night. They want to control the tempo of the game, and I feel like the tempo is completely in their hands.
And I feel like over time, as you continue to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball, you're wearing down the defense, you're wearing down the defensive line, and kind of feels like what they're doing here.
And with Holy Name down by 2 scores, that makes things a lot easier for Gilmore. This time it's Lennon, and he is spun down by Nick Nemeth. Rather, no, it is number 10, not 11. That is Jovan Miles. So an excellent hit on the far side. And that changes things now for Gilmore. Jovan, a running back by trade, but now he is a linebacker by necessity, no longer in the backfield, but he still makes a lot of great plays. And based on the time, Holy Name and Gilmore will shake hands and agree to go on to the 4th quarter. Through 3 in North Royalton, it is the visitors Gilmour Academy up 21-12 on the Holy Name Green Wave. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors before the 4th quarter gets underway. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
.12 minutes left to go in game number 2 of the OHSAA football season for Gilmore and Holy Name. It is the Lancers up 21-12 on the Namers. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. It's a fumble. It is loose, and it is recovered by... We will see. It looked initially to be Holy Name, then it went ajar again. Cleveland flexes his muscles, and we will see who gets it. It does appear to be Gilmore on the 2nd attempt. But wow, what a way to start this 4th quarter. 3rd down and long. But this is where the Lancers have really thrived. And oh my goodness, Minerva is winning. 23-8. My goodness. They play Springfield next week, and Coach Slates might be in line for the home opener to win his first game as head coach. Wow. How about it? The reason we're excited, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of our new teams, our newest team to our coverage area. If Minerva wins, we party tonight. Not really. I have Mount Volleyball at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Third down in a Walmart parking lot. The pass, it is dropped in and out of the hands of the receiver, Makuta. And Holy Name will take back possession.
He would have been short anyways, but still almost a very big gain. But like you said, Holy Name going to retake possession here. Can the offense keep rolling? 11 minutes to play here still. Still a 2-possession game. Holy Name would need the touchdown. They could go for 2, but I mean, down by 9. Have a lot of things that you could do, but you need the touchdown first.
And just to check this, Minerva was supposed to lose tonight by 31, and they are winning. Fair catch called at the 20, and Holy Name will take it back. What an obscure weekend of football in the state of Ohio. That is why we love Friday Night Lights. Holy Name trying to love it a little bit more. 11:02 left to go in regulation. Gilmore up by 2 scores.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Jamison looking to throw his pass. It is caught by Nemeth on a good crossing route. And Nick will force his way past the line to gain. It is a quick Holy Name first down. Welcome back to North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium as you are watching OHSAA football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And it's official. Minerva has won 23-8 over Crestwood.
Let's go.
Unbelievable. The second win in the decade for the Lions. First win of Coach Slate's career. And we see Minerva next week. This is where I make my ploy to make Cam drive an hour and 20 minutes and tell him my couch is available to crash on. Handoff, it is Nemeth trying to cut outside, but the Turf Monster gets him. I will say, Cam, though, if you did make the trip, you get to sleep on Coach Guzik's couch.
Ooh. That is tempting.
And I don't think BW is home week 1.
Do not believe we are.
Come watch some Mount football. Come on now. You got to go see Minerva next week. Do we get Cam out there? We will find out. There's going to be a lot of pleading with that one. Second down and 9 after the gain of 1. Jamison dropping back, looking to throw. Not much time, and he is taken down for a massive loss. Just completely ran the wrong way, and Gilmore gets the big sack. And just like that, Dunleavy gives momentum back to the Lancers. Time now called as there is an injured player on the field. And it is for the Gilmour Academy Lancers. But Jamison just ran the wrong way.
Yeah.
A tough break for the Namers. And he is going to need to have one heck of a play.
16-yard sack.
But going back to Minerva, just really insane. Supposed to lose by 31, and they beat Crestwood. We could have been there tonight. That was a game we thought about, but once again, we do have the deal with Holy Name, so we are here tonight, and we're glad we're here. But Minerva, they beat Thomas Aquinas, and looking at the way things are going, if they win next week 2-1, if they beat Thomas Aquinas again, and maybe you get one more upset, your Lions could be playoff bound under Coach Slates.
Wow.
40 kids on the roster. Pretty much a bunch of running backs. They lost their quarterback. They lost their running back. They lost almost everybody. And they won. They're 500. And with a win, I believe they're over 500 for the first time since 2014. A lot on the line next week on Smee Sports. That game just got a whole lot more interesting. Springfield, they also will win this year too. Wow, I am just shocked. But back to this game, third down and 25 for the Green Wave after a loss of 16. J-Mo goes for it all. The pass, it is incomplete. And it will be a turnover on downs if they would go for it here. So obviously the easy choice is to punt it away.
Score update, or rather just, I believe we already had the score before, but West Holmes is up 21-6 over Orville in the third. And then a final update, Medina Highland takes down Hudson 32-0.
But his Holy Name punts this one away. 9:36 on the clock. If you are Gilmore, this is where you can really, really slam the door. And they will need to. Namath looking for a good punt. He will boot it away. And it is Santagata going back. And he will just fall on it at the 45. And that is where he will be down. And that'll bring out Patron for potentially the final time if Gilmore mortgages the clock the right way. And we've seen it at this field going back to, I believe, homecoming our junior year. Valley Forge pretty much took the whole entire second half driving up the field, and they didn't score.
I mean, it is difficult to do, but it is possible. Another score update is one of the more crucial games around this area. Pickerington North currently leading St. Ignatius 20-7 in the fourth quarter. Benedictine still up on Padua, or actually that's a final game. Benedictine beats Padua 7-0.
End of 3 in Lakewood. Rhodes 26, Lakewood 12. And for those just tuning in, once again, the big one, the shock. Minerva 23, Crestwood 8. Minerva wins their second game in the past 5 seasons. And once again, I was at the first. A victory over St. Thomas Aquinas last year. Make sure you tune in next week as Cam, once again, they have a chance to get over 500 somehow in some way. I'm excited for that game, but still a little bit of time left to go in this one. Lennon bounces it outside the numbers on first down. There is a flag in the backfield, and it is most likely coming back. Once again, as this is senior night, you do have to give a shout out to all of the seniors, not just the football players, but also drill team, cheerleaders, and the marching band.
Absolutely. Just shout out to all of them. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your senior year, as doing a little bit earlier than we tend to do, but still want to shout out to all of you guys. You've done an amazing job at your 4 years or your abbreviated years at Holy Name. Still, you're a senior and you deserve everything in the world. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your year, and wish you nothing but the best.
And after this play, we do have a very special shout out to give as a part of this senior class, as there's one player who really deserves it. Patron looking to throw on first down and 20, goes for it all. It is tipped up, and it will finally fall incomplete. A heart attack ball. Nobody comes up with it.
Wow. It's a lot of emotions, but it falls incomplete. I mean, almost a big play for either team, but like you said, falls incomplete, or like I said, falls incomplete.
But going back to what I was going to say, Nathan Davis deserves all the credit in the world. Supposed to come back in 3 weeks, goes out there tonight, gets injured. He keeps his head up. He is still out there talking to teammates. He's a true leader. There's a reason why that young man's a captain, and we've seen him grow over the past 5 years. No surprise to see him as one of the 4 Holy Name captains. Patron looking to throw his pass over the middle, once again incomplete. That time too far out in front, as that was intended for Soder. But another flag.
Late hit, I believe.
And we will see if that is correct. Coach Wando, he is mad.
Personal foul.
There it is.
Defense, yep.
That is a huge blow against the Namers. But assuming this result holds, both teams 1-1 leaving tonight. A lot for both teams to look at. Holy Name, a very winnable game next week on the road at Marion Franklin. Gilmore, they have a tough task. 2-0. And a team off of a 44-0 win, the Hawken Hawks.
Another score update. Glenville looks like they're going to hold on against Olentangy Liberty. Final score looks to be about 13-0, barring any major things that happen in the last minute.
Very similar to their playoff victory over Lake Catholic in round 2 last year, as that was, I believe, a 13-0 game. Or correction, no, that was against West Branch. And then Lake Catholic was next. So we do apologize for that. Both teams are green. They look the same.
Final score, Mayfield beats Elyria Catholic 28-13. Shout out Coach Guzik's former high school. Great quarterback there back in his day.
And once again, we will have to find that film at some point to show it.
Absolutely.
Before he goes on off to South Carolina especially. 3rd down and 6 here for Patron in the offense. Bird, he will hit him. Pass, it is incomplete. It is clean all the way around. And the Namers will get the ball back with 8:31 to play. And checking the watch cam, we are 2.5 hours in.
Well, well, well.
What a long game. And I will say this once again, once we hit 10 p.m., I am officially 12 hours away from being back on the mic for a triple header. 8 games this week. It was supposed to be 9. I'm not doing soccer on Sunday, which right now I'm not too upset about, as I actually have, get this, Cam, a 2-day weekend.
Whoa.
That's all going to be spent on graphics and, I guess, making sourdough or something in my cast iron pan. But still a break nonetheless.
Sounds fun.
4th down and 6. Patron trying to ice it. His pass quickly caught, and it is a first down for the Lancers. A gutsy call by the offensive coordinator, but it pays off in a big way.
Yeah, huge, huge play there, and now the clock's just going to keep ticking.
But Sean Patron, you look at last week, a rough outing. To then do this, I am truly impressed by the senior. Once again, we saw him during the summer year as he was a member of Ohio Elite Baseball. He was a tough competitor then and is a very fierce competitor now for the Lancers. Looking forward to baseball season. Holy name, they do make the trip out to Gates Mills to take on Gilmore again, a game they won last year. Almost miscommunication on the handoff. Patron keeps, and Bird will drag him down, going for the football.
I don't mind it.
Jeff Bird has been aggressive tonight, but in a great way. You look for leaders amid injuries. Jeff Bird has stepped up, and he is one of the biggest leaders on this team, even though he is not a captain.
I mean, he's had his injury troubles in years past. Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen to him or anybody else this year. Don't wish injuries upon anybody, and I wish the best of luck and the speediest recovery to any of the injured players in tonight's game.
Santagata takes the screen, and he will be down quickly. A minimal gain. They give him 1 as he is stopped at the 36 of Holy Name, and it'll be 3rd down and long for Patron and the offense. If you're Holy Name, though, you have to be thinking we need 2 stops here based on what happened last time.
Pretty much.
And even if they do get the ball back, it'll be with less than 6 to go. They would need to play quick, and they need to, I would say, hold their timeouts. They have all 3, but they got to get the ball back here. We do have a big score update that we will give in a moment after this 3rd down. Patron, he will look to throw. His pass is caught on the far side. What a throw from Patron. 1st down, Gilmore.
Wow.
And that might as well ice it. Soder once again picks it up. He has been elite tonight. One of Patron's favorite targets, and once again they combine. And we saw it earlier, Esso trying to come on the field. This time he will go and play some safety in place of Hudak. But just a perfectly placed ball. I have no clue how he fit it in there.
Yeah, tight coverage, but like you said, even better football.
Now with 6:10 remaining, Gilmore looks to find the final gut punch that they need for this win. And heading into the long weekend, they will definitely take their rest, especially on Monday, but not Holy Name, as they have coined the phrase, we labor on Labor Day. And I'm sure Julian Rodriguez to my left has some PTSD from that statement, as do I from freshman year. Handoff, it is Lemon trying to bounce outside. He is free, and he is in. Touchdown, Gilmore. Nathan Lennon does it again, and that might as well do it for the Lancers.
Yeah, that kind of feels like the final dagger.
But let's watch this one back. Hit initially, bounces off of a tackler or 2, and gets to that outside edge.
I think he bounced off his own offensive lineman, but like you said, still able to use that speed and make it around and cut around to that outside edge.
Appears to be a counter concept, which usually that means that would be a play through the B gap on the opposite side. Instead, takes the A and is able to get through, and Lennon, another touchdown. The PAT to go along with it is dynamite, and Gilmour Academy has 1 foot into the victory column in 2025. 5:44 on the clock. Before we go to break, Cam, your updates.
Ravenna currently down to Normandy 18-14. However, Ravenna has the football on their own 45-yard line, but they need to get a touchdown to win the game. Only 2 minutes remaining in that one.
Well, what a finish over at Byers Field. 5:44 left to go. Gilmore on their way to their first win of the year.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
As you can hear down below, the Holy Name Marching Band still staying in this game. They always put together a great show, and tonight's is no different, Cam. Unfortunately for them, their Holy Name Green Wave look to be losing this game as they currently trail 28-12 to the Gilmour Academy Lancers. Gilmore, a very well put together game, and they look to be on their way to a 1-1 record, deservingly so. Kick taken in by Cunningham at the 10, and he has nowhere else to go. Goes up the middle, can't get back to the 20, and it'll be a long field for Jamison. 81 yards ahead as he is at his own 19. Jamo, last time we saw him, took that unnecessary sack running backwards. How does he adapt from here, needing a big, big play?
I think he's got to reset to those other great offensive drives. I mean, been able to use his legs, get out of the pocket, extend the plays, make a couple of great throws, make a couple of good runs with his legs, and then tacked on penalties added onto it have really led and kept Holy Name's drive alive, given them the extra yards that they've needed, and able to punch it in on that 25-yard touchdown pass to Nick Nemeth earlier. Let's see if they can do the same thing there, kind of flush that out of his mind.
First down and 10, handoff, it is to Nemeth. He is able to get outside the numbers, but as he cuts up, nowhere to go. A sea of Lancers takes him down. Minimal gain on the play. Final score update from Wayne County. It is North Royalton 43, Worcester 13. North Royalton, they have North Ridgeville next week. As for the Woo, they have New Philadelphia. New Philly, a very tough team. Final score from Caris Stadium as well. Louisville 30, Alliance 13. So an unfortunate loss there for Alliance as they are now 1-1 on the year. We will rendezvous with them in Akron on September 12th. Most likely as of right now. Second down and 8. Jamison looking to throw his pass. It is high, and it is off the hands of his intended target, Stevenson. So now third down and 8. And I think this has to be 4-down territory. Holy Name, they have to put everything on the table here.
Pretty much.
But as we mentioned, a longer game. It feels like a lot of the OHSAA games this year have just been getting longer and longer. It happens, but it is definitely a very different dynamic from last year. Or for you, Cam, as you didn't call any games last year, from 2 years ago.
Correct.
So third down and 8, Jamison dropping back, has some time. His pass, it is high, nobody home, intended for Cunningham. And it is now going to be decision time for the Namers, and they're going to bring out the punting unit. A valiant effort tonight for the Green. As well, final score, Lake 48, Boardman 20. So Lake is now 2-0 on the year. One of the big ones that we want a score update for is West Branch as they take on New Philly. Right now, nothing that I can easily find, but we will look for that in a little bit. Santagata takes it around midfield, and he will be spun down immediately a little bit back at around the 47-yard line. But Cam, all the way around, your takeaways for Holy Name in this game. We said it pregame, a key to victory, not expecting the same exact result as last week. And unfortunately, they do not get the win tonight, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, tough game. I mean, coming in as 21-point underdogs, pretty much that's how it shakes out. But I feel great job from Jamo today. Really kind of falling back on the passing game, running game. Obviously, when you have two, not even just the one running back out to start the game, but another running back goes down in the game, and you're kind of left with that one main back. But good job on Jamo to kind of take in the reins. I mean, he's out there doing his best, made a couple of great passes, made a couple of great runs with his legs. I mean, He's doing all he can out there.
Final score update from Edison. Carrollton gets the win, 16-14. Handoff, it is Dunleavy, and he is able to get to midfield. Gain of 3 on the play. Gilmore improving to 1-1 on the year most likely. Next week it is Hawken, and that is going to be a statement game for them if they can get the job done, and they need to, as that would really put themselves back on the map after losing last year in the regional final to Youngstown Ursuline. But given everything, you lose your starting quarterback, your star player in Cooper Pantek as he goes on to Robert Morris. Patron comes in, and tonight, a truly complete performance outside of one early miscue.
Yeah, I mean, he has looked very, very impressive tonight, and all props to him and all props to this Lancer offense and especially their defense for keeping Holy Name in check tonight, especially on that running game.
And I think we may have found a score update. West Branch 21, New Philly 13, and that appears to be a final. Patron running on the far side. He is hit at the line to gain. And we will see if he does move the chains. He does. It is a Gilmour Academy first down.
See, I understand trying to get the first down there, but also, actually, never mind, the clock is running now. I was going to say if he went down out of bounds versus going down inbounds and not getting the first down, at least you keep the clock running and then you try to avoid that hit, especially as this one ticks under 3.5 minutes to go. You want your QB not taking the hits, especially when you need him healthy, especially with how good he has looked today.
Once again, though, Holy Name, a big road trip next week to Columbus. A 49-20 victory last year against Marion Franklin, and they will look to do it again. Handoff up the middle, and not much going for the Lancers. A gain of 1 on the play, but as we pointed out, it does keep the clock rolling, but not quite. A timeout has been used by Holy Name, and that'll be their first charge out of 3 in this half. 28-12 your score, 2:57 on the clock. Make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break. When this game is over, then we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. A lot of good candidates tonight, Cam, especially from these Gilmour Academy Lancers.
Absolutely. I mean, they have been, like I said, they have held Holy Name's offense in check. And like you said, Patron and the rushing attack of the Lancers have just been great tonight.
Looking ahead to our broadcast schedule next week, on Tuesday, we will be at Marlington High School, 6 p.m. first serve. It is the Marlington Dukes red hot after taking down West Branch in 4 sets. They will take on the Minerva Lions. Then on Thursday, we go from the orange side to the powder blue side of A-Town, as it is going to be Alliance playing host to Minerva in a volleyball game, 6 p.m. first serve. Then next Friday, 6 p.m., or rather 6:15 p.m. pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at Robert H. Hines Stadium. It is Minerva football as they take on the Akron Springfield Spartans. So 3 great games on hand next week, all of which involving the Minerva Lions, the newest team in our coverage area. Patron bouncing it outside the numbers on the far side. Once again, goes for the line to gain, gets close, but he will be taken out of play just before the first down marker.
I mean, again, even as this clock winds down, you still see the rushing attack of Gilmore. I mean, really just tremendous job from them from multiple facets. I mean, like you said, they really have a two-dimensional offense, or not a two-dimensional offense, but multiple facets of the offense, multiple runners, and then the passing game has really come alive today as opposed to last week. I believe only 8 passes completed for 76 yards, but just a great job by the Lancers all around today.
And they, deservingly so, will walk out of here with a big victory over Holy Name. 3rd down and 1 as we approach the 2-minute warning, and that will be a first down as there is encroachment. Clock stops, 2:02 remaining.
And while we have this little timeout, just another big shout out to the Holy Name seniors. I mean, obviously not how you wanted this game to go, but still, it's senior night, and I want to give all props to you, whether you're on the football team, the drill team, the marching band, the cheerleaders. Just shout out to you, and hope you have a great rest of your season. Hope you have a great rest of your senior year.
And once again, we will give our gratitude to the Athletic Boosters for making this broadcast and all of our Holy Name coverage possible. And I think it is fair to announce now that we will be back for year number 2 covering Holy Name baseball. So looking forward to doing that again with Cam. The schedule is released, and a cool game. I think that both of us have circled the Kenston game, as Coach Mitchell will most likely be a varsity assistant for that game. He will coach against his former school.
It'll be good to see him again.
Talked to him a fair amount since the season has been over. Always good to catch up with Coach Mitchell. Final 90 seconds of this one. Holy Name just not enough tonight. A very much bruised team. They will take this long weekend to try and recuperate before heading on to Columbus to take on the Marion and Franklin Red Devils. Gilmore just taking all the time they can. Handoff once again Dunleavy, and he will push his way forward on 4th down. Is he there? It appears not quite.
No, he's not.
And Connor Jamison will have one more opportunity to get Holy Name in the end zone. And if he can, it's something to take into next week. And I think you have a professional score update.
Wow. The Cleveland Guardians just walked it off in the bottom of the 9th against a great closer in Andres Munoz, but Stephen Kwan with the walk-off RBI sac fly. So I will take it.
So that means the Guardians have a shot, and it is a final. Normandy 18, Ravenna 14. After a 55-12 loss last week, Muniak and company bounce back, and they get the job done by 4 over the Ravens. Coach Koss, shout out to him. What a great response after a tough week 1. Whistles will blow, timeout called. And before we go to our final break, which will be after this game is over, if you or someone you know wants to become a broadcast sponsor, whether it be for our Cleveland content or our Stark County content, when we say Stark County, we do go further south, such as Tuskegee County with KSU Tusk. Contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville, and Ledgewood Barbershop for sponsoring today's broadcast. Ledgewood Barbershop, a broadcast presenter for us. And then it is the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center presenting our Player of the Game award. We are looking to bring on more sponsors to bring you more games in this area, along with the Stark County area. Once again, Minerva, if you live there, now is the time to hop on, especially with our first football game being this upcoming Friday. $1:04 on the clock for Jamison as he will drop back on 1st down and 10. Plenty of green grass to his left. Has Nemeth open. Will throw it, and it is well too high. Intended for Preissel.
Just looking downfield, and usually you don't want your quarterback to throw back across the middle of the field. Usually that's number 1 sin. So not too much hurt there. Not obviously no yards gained, but potential for a bigger play than it could have been. But again, 2nd down here, you live to see another down.
And for Jamison, this is a great no-pressure 1-minute drill. Jamison dropping back, has time, his pass. It is in and out of the hands of Stevenson, incomplete. And I think based on the way that he collided with a Leinster, the key thing is that he is okay.
Yeah, I thought he got a little injured on that play, but looks to get up rather smoothly and looks to be all right.
So now 3rd down and 10. Maybe the final play from scrimmage tonight for Holy Name if they do not get the 1st down here. But either way, if you are a fan of Gilmour Academy, you have to be really pleased with this result. You wanted a bounce-back game, and you got it and then some. Jamison looking to throw, flushed out to his right. He will run it himself, going for the 1st down. He potentially had a lane there, but took himself out of the equation at around the 40-yard line. And Nick Nemeth will scamper to the backfield, so this could be a punting spot for the Namers, as it will be Jamison trotting off. His night will be done. I understand why he did that, though. No need to take a big hit. And actually, he is going to stay out there. I was going to say that would be the right decision. But I think, Cam, you agree. Don't take the big hit when the game is done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy Name, they need at least 4 to keep their offensive game going tonight. 4th down and 4, Jamison quick out route. It is Gonzalez. Gonzalez doesn't play to the sticks, and Gilmore will take it back, and that will do it. Tough one on the far side. Gonzalez didn't know where the line to gain was. Good quick out route thrown by Jamison, but just didn't have the rapport quite down with Esso.
Close, but that's kind of been the mantra for this game. Looks like Holy Name's offense is doing so well and so close, but just comes up a couple of yards short.
So close, but yet so far. So many times tonight, that has been the rally cry, so to speak, for the green and white, as they do fall to 1-1 on the year. But there's a reason why we play a full 10-game season. A lot of time left to go, a lot of potential turning points. So we will see what Holy Name can do next week in Columbus, and at the same time, what Gilmore can do against Hawken. A very good Hawken team. The battle for Gates Mills, really. It is victory formation for the Lancers. Patron will take a knee, and that will seal it. For the first time without Cooper Pantek, it is the Gilmour Academy Lancers getting a win. 28-12 your final, as the Lancers are now 1-1 on the year. Redemption has been achieved for their loss last week at Benedictine.
Yeah, just a great game all around by the Lancers on offense and on defense. I mean, really just kind of stumped Holy Name's offense and really played well offensively for the Lancers. Great job, Patron, both in the passing game and in the rushing game, as well as Lennon and multiple receivers spread the ball out really well tonight. Just like you said, avenged their loss last week quite well.
Gilmore 28, Holy Name 12, your final. We will wrap things up when we return after hearing a word from our sponsors. This is OHSAA Football on Smee Sports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
As the Holy Name alma mater plays here at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, 28-12 is your final score. Gilmour Academy taking down the Holy Name Green Wave. Your player of the game tonight, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. It goes to the starting quarterback of the Lancers. 3 touchdowns tonight for Sean Patron. After a rough start, the new signal caller really settled in for the Lancers.
Yeah, just like you said, kind of just settled in as the signal caller, made a couple of great passes, had a couple of great runs as well mixed in there. Just really commanded the offense well tonight for the Lancers, and in the second half really showed out and showed why he is the starting quarterback for this team.
And as Gilmore runs off the field, what is the best thing they did tonight? As we talked about a lot of things they needed to improve from their 2-point loss on the road, but I think they improved pretty much everything.
I think it has got to be their defense, especially their linebackers and their defensive line. I mean, Holy Name did such a great job in that first game against Normandy, albeit without a couple of injuries. Definitely derailed their offense tonight, but just a tremendous job, especially on the run game from Gilmore. I mean, even when they knew it was coming, even on long downs, on short downs, on runs up the middle, on runs outside, it just felt like they were everywhere. Like, nothing was happening for Holy Name's rushing attack today, and I think that really derailed them. On the flip side, though, without that rushing game, it all fell on Connor Jameson. He made a couple of great throws tonight, mainly that big one to Nick Nemeth for that touchdown to get them back in the game, at least temporarily. But, I mean, it definitely helps when you show improvement like that. I think you got to take away some of the positives from this game, exactly like that being one, especially with how good Connor looked at times today. Obviously, a couple of mishaps here and there, but that's going to happen, especially when you have such a young guy back there as your quarterback.
We talk a lot about it's not how you start, but how you finish. But through 3 broadcasts of the OHSAA football season, how you start is how you finish. The team that has scored first has never trailed, and they have won. Going back to our first game last week for Holy Name, they scored first, and they never looked back. Alliance, they got the first touchdown of the game. They then won, and then tonight, Gilmour Academy on a long ball. 3rd down and 19, I believe. They picked up a receiver, and they were able to get the score. And from then on, they did not look back. The Lancers now 1-1 on the year. They will have the battle for Gates Mills next Friday night as they take on the Hawks of Hawken High School. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, as well as subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps out all that we do here at the SmeeSports YouTube channel, as we do a lot of different games, not only in the Cleveland area for Holy Name, Padua, Garfield basketball, Warrensville basketball, you name it, but also in Stark County, as we have 3 main teams, Alliance, Marlington, and Minerva. Keep those teams in mind. That is who we have on deck. On Tuesday, join us at Marlington High School on the outskirts of Alliance as the Dukes take on Minerva in a volleyball clash. Then on Thursday, same time, 6 p.m., but over at Harry Fields Gymnasium at Alliance High School, it is going to be the Aviators taking on Minerva in a volleyball game. Then Friday Night Lights, it is going to be a big one, bigger than we expected, Cam, given Minerva won their 2nd game in the last 5 years, taking down Crestwood tonight 23-8. They will look to do it again by taking down the Akron Springfield Spartans. That is going to be a big game. Still going to try and get you to come on out to Minerva, as that is going to be a must-watch game. 2 teams that are going to be, I believe, 1-1 entering it, and a lot can change in a course of 48 minutes.
I'm thinking about it. I definitely have moved the needle at least a little bit tonight, but I will think about it over the course of the next week.
There's a nice couch, and you don't have to eat cafeteria food.
You gonna buy my food?
I have a kitchen. You don't realize this.
That is true.
I do have a kitchen.
It's getting increasingly better.
Yes, it is. And to be fair, that you would have to accept that my dorm at Mount Union is good. So we'll see if you're willing to accept that. And as well, I failed to mention it, we also are now on Facebook, SmeeSports LLC. So make sure you go and follow us over there, as we post a lot of our content on Facebook, as it just makes sense too. But that will do it from North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Cam, it is crazy to think the next time that we will be here, it is going to be September 19th, and it is going to be a bon voyage party to this lovely facility, as Holy Name is making the full-time move to Brooklyn. But before that, we will see them make their debut at Brooklyn for the first time in a long while, as they take on the Madison Blue Streaks on September 13th. A lot of great games before then, so make sure you stick with us during those. Once again, that does it for us here at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Gilmore 28, Holy Name 12, your final. For Cam Ragazzo, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from No Row, and we will see you again on Tuesday for some more exciting OHSAA athletics. But this has been OHSAA Football on Smee Sports, presented by Ledgwood Barbershop. Thank you all for tuning in this evening, and we will see you again next time.